with this rain. Wonder if anyone will be here tonight because it's kind of late for me to go live. Yes, it is. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Hi, Alyssa. How are you, darling? Hi, Triple Bless Mom. Hi, Andrea. How's everyone doing? I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people in here tonight because I'm going live super late. Hi, Jessica. I'm good. How are you? Oh, it's been a rough few days. Look at how bad I'm breaking out, you guys. Like, I haven't broken out this bad in so long. How is everyone else doing, though? Hi, Nikki. Hi, Candy Cane. Hi, Jessica. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, Stacy. Karen. Sandra. I'm all right. Hi, Beth. I need to do some skincare. Hi, Lauren. Yay, I'm glad you got notified this time. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a very big live tonight because I'm going on super late. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Amanda. I have been thinking about all this stuff with Ashley and it's getting to me, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, I can understand that. That's what I was wondering, Nikki. I don't know if anyone... I know a few of you guys follow me. I don't know why I'm doing this to my brows because I'm about to do skincare. There's no way I'm using makeup right now with how bad I'm breaking out. But I know some of you guys... Oh, it is? Yay! Hi. Hi, Justice for Kayla. Hi, Amanda. Hi, CB. So what I was trying to say is I don't know if you guys had watched any of my TikToks today. And I know a lot of you guys that are here now were in my live the other night. I think it was my last live where I had that person come in and said that stuff. And I felt really fine in the moment, but it started to really affect me, like yesterday especially. And like I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal... Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, Lauren. And I've had a lot of... now, if this person commented what they commented and like I felt like it was genuine concern, that'd be a different story. And I feel like my power went out because of the windstorm we had. My phone wasn't charged. Yeah, it's raining really bad here. I'm hoping the connection stays okay. I'm doing all right, Laura. How are you, darling? So what I was saying is, so somebody came into my live the other night and they randomly started like questioning my recovery, coming for me, saying that I was in a downward spiral or whatever. I know I shouldn't let it get to me, Nikki. It didn't at the time. Like, I swear when like that comment happened, or the comments happened, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then I started like, well, I'm glad you're doing good, Laura. I don't know. Just yesterday was a really rough day. And then like stuff happened with my mom, and then like my brother said some stuff, and then I ended up getting sent this thing that was written about me on LoCal. And if you guys don't know what LoCal is, it's like a forum where people can basically talk crap. And honestly, the LoCal post about me, which actually the LoCal was on Ashley, but somehow I got brought into it because of my videos. But the LoCal post didn't bother me. I think it was just a combination of... No, I don't think it was... Oh, maybe the commenter was from Ashley, like an Ashley fan. But I don't feel like the person who wrote the LoCal thing was part of Ashley's thing. But the LoCal post, they brought up like my old content and content that I did like 2 years ago. It's been at least 2 years since I did it. And if you look at my content back then, I was like super depressed. I was going through a lot of health stuff. my friend had just been murdered. I should not have been making content because I was not in the right state of mind. But I still tried to carry on like everything was gravy. And I was super negative, super mean. Like, I was mean to my audience. I only had like not even 100 subscribers. But I wasn't mean to my audience. I shouldn't say I was mean to my audience, but I was mean to the people that disliked a video that I made, which was about a hair care product. And let me tell you, I was getting death threats over not liking a hair care product on top of all the other personal stuff that I had going on in my life, because I'm sure you guys know who Brad Mondo is. Well, it was when Brad Mondo first released his hair care brand. I tried his first product. I didn't like it, and people really came for me because of how I used the product. And like said, I didn't blow dry my hair right. Like I said, I got death threats about it. Like, people were coming for me, and I was new to editing. Like, I didn't really edit my videos before that. So I had edited some things wrong. I did the music, like it was a bad video. But I've always kept those videos up even though they're not great, because they show growth. Like I always say, I'm not perfect. And in the locale post, they were saying that I seem ingenuine or like I'm an actor because I say sweetie and tell people to have a nice day even if they're being mean to me. And I am passive aggressive. I'll be the first one to admit that. I have passive aggressive tendencies because I used to have really bad anger issues, like really bad. Like, you guys think Ashley is vile? Whoo! I was way worse than Ashley. So, anyways, so they were saying that they were saying other like dumb shit, which that honestly the locale post didn't really bother me. But my whole point with that is like, I feel like leaving up my old content from when I started my channel, because I've always said YouTube has helped me so much in my life because it's constructive criticism from people, learning about myself, going back and looking at that content. It's really helped me grow, like as a person, not even audience wise, but as a person. And yeah, so I've had people message me like yesterday. It's been like, I've had people message me about the post for like a week now, but I finally looked at it yesterday, and then it was brought up again today on TikTok that somebody found it. So I just wanted to address that for one. So that didn't really bother me, but what I'm trying to say is that just leaving up that content, because they said in the post like she should probably take that content down. Why should I take that content down? To me, that's like lying, right? Because that's like trying to hide a part of me that I have no problem being out there. I have no problem with it being out there, or else I would have taken it down 2 years ago, right? When I got all the hate, I never took the comments off of it. I've never shut the comments down. I've never shut the like dislike ratio off of it. Okay, so it's like, now I've definitely taken videos down. I've taken down vlogs that had my kids in it. I've taken down a video that I did on that Sophie Long girl that her father came forward, and I decided to take my videos down on that because I didn't want the girl to, in 10 years from now, go to the internet and see her SA all over the place. I didn't feel that was right. So, but with that regard, like content like that, I've had breakdowns on freaking my channel where I've literally been switching from methadone to Suboxone, and I've just bawled my eyes out. I don't know how many times I've made videos because I didn't have anybody to talk to in my real life. So I would just vent to the camera. And I wasn't in therapy because I couldn't get a therapist. So I would literally just vent to the camera. I live in a small town. We didn't have we don't have meetings around here. So, and any meetings that we do have around here, they're AA meetings. And if any of y'all have tried to go to some AA meetings when there's old timers there and you say that you're an addict, you already know what I'm talking about. So I don't even need to get into that. But in regards to the Ashley stuff, there's been so much stuff that has happened from her clan behind the scenes that I haven't even talked about on camera or on my TikTok. TT knows because I talked to TT about it. And I know some people, I've had a lot of people message me about TT and say, don't talk to her. Like, don't this, don't that. You need to be careful who you trust. And I'm like, I don't agree with everything that everybody does, but TT has been someone that I've confided in about a lot of stuff that's happened behind the scenes that has happened at my job, has CP, like so much stuff, you guys, that I just have not talked about because I didn't want to make it about me. I wanted it to be about Ashley. And she's never once went behind my back and said anything. Now, I know when I confide in people, like there's a chance of that happening. And I also want to say that I appreciate everyone that has reached. I will read the comments in a second, guys. Sorry. I just want to get this out before. But I do appreciate everyone who has reached out to me, has offered to be there as support, has offered to have me sit there and vent to them. My whole thing is, and I know this sounds really freaking weird, my whole thing is that I have a very hard time being vulnerable one-on-one with people because I have a lot of baggage, and I know a lot of the people that are reaching out to me that want to let me vent to them, they are dealing with their own issues, if that makes sense. So I have also a very hard time trusting people. I have an easier time doing this with like just letting everybody know stuff at the same time, and me just like venting what I feel comfortable with to everybody at the same time than I do being one-on-one with somebody. I don't know why I'm like that. I've always been like that, even in friendships. I've always been that friend that everybody else comes to. And it gets lonely because you can never, and it's not their fault because, I have people in my life that are amazing. I have you guys, like a lot of you guys that are amazing that I know if I reached out, you would listen to me. But yeah, see, I know there's people in here that understand what I'm saying. Like, it's not that I don't have those people in my life. It's just that I've always had a hard time with this. Always. I've always had a hard time expressing my emotions to people. Now, I can express them writing down. I can get on camera and talk about it. But when it comes to like a one-on-one thing, it's just, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's something I need to address with my therapist. I don't know. But anyone who is also recovering right now that is trying to, I say cover the Ashley situation. I wouldn't even say cover, but is trying to help Ashley. I feel like a lot of us are dealing with our own internal stuff because it is a lot. And when you start to try to stand up for yourself, everybody attacks, right? And I know that a lot of people can say, well, can you imagine how she feels every single day with all these things said about her and all this stuff done and this, that, and the other. And yeah, I agree. I don't agree with a lot of it. I don't agree with a lot of it, to be honest with you. And I've said that from the beginning. I don't agree with people coming for her looks. I don't agree with people making fun of her. I don't agree with it. But the other thing I have to say with that is part of being on and a creator is that being a possibility. I even knew that when I became a creator. And I was okay with people coming for me. Like, okay, come for me. Like, it is what it is. But when you start coming for someone's recovery or someone's children, that's like a whole other ballgame, right? I have lost my kids to CPS before. I've fought to get them back. Oh, thank you, deity. Don't make me cry. I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry. I understand that, deity. I think it's just the whole thing of like CPS showing up at my door all because I talked about somebody and because I genuinely wanted help. Luckily, I'm blessed enough that I'm doing well and I can prove that I'm doing well because I get drug screened, because I'm on Sublocade, having my job call, like all these things. Luckily, I'm okay in my life, but it's not just happening to me, it's happening to other people. And I would never blame, if I were to, I don't think I'll relapse, but if I were to ever relapse, I would never blame it on somebody else. But sadly, there are so many people that have been affected by this. And the sad thing is that if Ashley were clean, I don't feel like anybody would want to attack her recovery. Yeah, I do too. I always feel like I'm saying his name wrong though, Stacy. Am I saying it wrong? Thank you. I don't want to cry, but thank you for the super chat. But to be honest, I don't want to be famous. I've talked about this before. I really don't, because I don't think I can handle it. I just want like a nice little small community. I would love to do social media full time, but I don't think I want to be famous. Well, I lost my train of thought, but it's when you start coming for people's recovery and their children, and that's where they always seem to come, right? I can deal with death threats. That doesn't bother me. I can deal with people telling me they're going to dox me. I can deal with people telling me that I'm not genuine, like that low-cal post. It didn't really hurt my feelings because I can understand why people are going to find me annoying, right? I sound like a freaking 16-year-old valley girl. And I'm like one of those outgoing, annoying kind of girls. I'm not for everybody. I'm okay with that. That's okay. It's just when you start coming for people's recovery and people's children that there is an issue. I would never, ever, ever, ever think of doing that. And I have tried my hardest when covering Ashley to not use clips exploiting her in her deepest, darkest moments, because I've always said this from the beginning. I would never have wanted somebody to do that to me when I was in active addiction. Like, I couldn't imagine somebody whipping out their camera when I was in active addiction doing the things that I was doing. And like I said, I was way meaner than Ashley is. Way meaner than she is. Let me read some comments because I'm starting to get super anxious. Look at this alfalfa. Oh, a mix of AA and NA. I think that's actually really nice, CB. I gotta go way back. I'm so glad this chat is small. I was actually really worried about Ashley tonight because she hadn't gone live, and that Josh account, which I forgot that Josh account existed. I remember somebody tagged me in his account like forever ago. I think it's somebody that knows Ashley or is Ashley, and I 1000% believe that Josh account is a troll. Yeah, children are off limits in my opinion. Even with the Without a Crystal Ball stuff, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Katie Joy Without a Crystal Ball. Even with all of that stuff that went on with her and still going on with her, and I have my own views on her in general, I've kind of spoken about it, but even with her, there were so many people that were coming for her parenthood, calling CPS on her. That's not okay. That is not okay. Hi, Stacy. I wonder if she will just continue to beg for money even once her place is done and furnished. I don't know, Lauren. I know that Manda Pants, the other YouTube creator who did a video on Ashley, she did a live tonight. I just saw it actually. She did a live tonight talking to her audience about Ashley too. But I'm really curious, and I've had people say like, "Oh, stop talking about her and it'll go away." That's not how it works. And like, we're talking about it at this point to warn people so they don't get scammed, warn people so they don't get doxxed, help her, try to get her to see the light. Like, Miss Karen with an update has the hashtag Ashley's family going around on TikTok right now, which is amazing. I have received so many videos from people to contribute to my series for Ashley as like a try to like reach out video, which people I didn't even think would reach out to me to submit something have reached out to submit stuff, because there are so many people that genuinely care. But anyway, so Amanda did a live tonight. I haven't watched it, so I don't know how that went. I do believe she's going to make a more in-depth video on Ashley as well. But that's the thing is, like, if we stop talking about it, what if she dies? We're trying to bring awareness, and we're trying to get YouTube to realize they're going to have somebody die on a live stream. This is how bad it's getting. She was literally like, she fell into a lamp last night. I thought the clips I saw were from a live tonight, but they weren't. They were from last night, because you guys know I don't watch her lives. But I literally was sent an email, and I was watching it on my smoke break at work, And my coworker was next to me and was like, "Oh my God, is that girl okay? She needs help." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's somebody I'm covering, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to." Wow, Tara, you did not even get it on the darn pimple. I'm breaking out so bad. I haven't broken out this bad in like, I don't even know how long. That's how stressed I am. I do have good news though, like really good news. You know how I was telling you guys about my mom's stuff? I think I told you guys anyways. Well, my mom ended up being able to pay for her thing because her husband got his taxes back. So she was able to pay everything. So, I'm so thankful for that. She just pooped on her live. Well, some people are like, I don't see anything wrong with like the unfiltered content. Like, I don't know how many times I've filmed a TikTok when I was on the toilet or like been on Instagram. Like, my Instagram peeps over there on Instagram, they have followed me for 5 years and they have seen me shit. Like, I'm so unfiltered. Hi, Caitlin. So I can't really say anything about that. If she had to take a dump, I mean, why end a live or make them sit there? Might as well talk to them, right? That's really cool, CB. I wish all of them were like that. You are right. You don't have to take it down. It shows you are human and have flaws like everyone else. You have grown and learned from your mistakes, as we all do. Absolutely. And that's actually a criticism that I give some creators that I've talked about before is, why not address things? If you're going to take the content down, that's one thing. But like, if like my Brad Mondo video that I made reviewing the hair product, it was the one video on my channel that helped me get my watch time, for one. And for two, that video has so many views on it that so many people have seen it, right? Like, obviously this person that made the low cow post remembered me from a video I made 2 years ago, and they refound me, right? And they said my content's hit or miss, which is fine. Like, I love some creators where I find their content hit or miss. Like Creep Show Art. I've made a video on Creep Show Art. I like some of her content. Some of her content I don't like. So I choose not to watch some of the content that I don't like that she makes. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people have watched that content, right? So if I took it down, never addressed it, that just seems sneaky to me. Like I'm trying to hide something. I'm not trying to hide anything. Like, I'm literally not trying to hide anything. You think my bangs look cute to the side? Really? I have bangs. You want to know why I have bangs? Because of my huge forehead. That's literally the reason why I have bangs. And if you guys know, I don't know if you know anybody in the makeup community, but there's these twin creators. They're smaller creators. Their handle name is called Twintorials. I love them. One of the sisters just got the dream haircut I want, and I'm so jealous. Like, I told her on Twitter, I'm like, I'm jealous. I want that haircut so bad, and I don't have the balls for it. But yeah, I have a huge forehead. Oh, I don't care that I have a huge forehead, but it's like, I mean, I have baby hands, but it's a 5 head. It's definitely a 5 head. And then I have like my hairline, and also because my hair is so light, comes all the way back here. So like, if I don't have bangs and I wear my hair up like that, that's what I feel like. The coffee's hitting me. Oh, with the camera off. Sorry, Kristen, I just saw that. Hi, Laura. Never ever talk about someone's children ever. So wrong. It is really wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got threatened with the CPS thing over a video that I made. It was a funny video that I made, and I'm that mom that like lets my kids have fun, right? Like, I'm a super anxious parent when it comes to, I don't let anyone babysit my kids. That's why my boyfriend and I have always worked opposite shifts, where, you know, I won't let them do things like outside alone. Like, I have to be outside with them even though we have land, that kind of a thing, chicken wing. But you know, I'm also the mom that's not like, "Oh, don't put your feet on the couch," or like, you know, I'm like pretty free in that aspect, or I like let my kids run around barefoot because I want them to feel the earth, you know, and the ground and stuff. And anyway, so my kids, I had um gotten home from somewhere and their dad was in the house with them obviously, and they had crushed up saltine crackers. I put it on my TikTok. I didn't show their face because I didn't need to show their face, but they were sitting on my island. Well, my son was sitting on the island with his feet on the table. His feet were clean, by the way, but he was sitting on the table and they were using Pokemon cards as spoons. So I filmed the video because my daughter wanted me to film it. She thought it was funny and she asked me to post it on TikTok. Again, not showing their faces. Well, I got threatened with CPS by an Ashley fan because of that. And then sure enough, more stuff happened with that, but I'm not going to get into that. But I'm like, really? Like, and I even said to the commenter, I'm like, you're going to possibly traumatize my children because you don't agree with my child eating saltine crackers on an island barefoot? Okay. Like, there's real kids out there. Like, when I lost my daughter to CPS and my oldest son that I gave up for adoption to the state, those were valid reasons. Like, I was a neglectful parent and I got my daughter back. She's with me now, and I had another child. I'm a registered nurse, and I had a patient last night overdosing on H. I cried my eyes out last night. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. What's up, babe?
Are you on your Picasso computer?
No, my computer's right there. Why? It's not my computer. I'm telling you, it's the rain. He always thinks my MacBook drains the Wi-Fi. I mean, it does. What? It's a bandwidth hog, he says. I don't understand all that. I have food in my teeth. Kyle made these like Chinese pot stickers. Crooked teeth problems. Hi, Heather. How are you? Really? Why does she love using that R word? Oh my God, I'm so that friend too, and it does get very lonely at the moments I choose not to have friends. Yeah, Andrea, it's like, and again, it's not because we're like, oh, we don't have friends that will be there and support us. Again, I just don't know how to explain it. I don't know why I'm like that. I think it's because I was with my oldest son's father for 10 years. I think a lot of it stems from this. I was with him for 10 years. He human trafficked me. And this is not a sob story. I don't want to hear, like, I'm sorry this happened or anything. I've processed all this trauma. But when I was with him, I got with him when I was 13, okay? He was like 10 years older than me. You do the math. So when I got with him, I told this man every last part of my traumatic upbringing. And I've talked about a lot of it on here. And he used that for 10 years to control me and gaslight me and manipulate me and got me to sell my body and, like, you know what I mean? So I feel like I still have that fear of being vulnerable to people one-on-one because I feel like they would just go and just like tell everybody my shit. So I feel like more comfortable just telling a huge group of people because then I'm exposing me. I'm exposing my feelings. I'm exposing that past about me instead of me trying to go to somebody. And it's not anything against anybody, right? It's not the person's fault. It's just my own shit. And I've dealt with a lot of that trauma, but that's just something that has stuck with me. And every single time I've had someone in my life where I felt like I trusted them enough to open up to them, they've just used it as a way to manipulate me. Oh, well, you're just like, you're this way because this happened. And oh, that's why this happened to you because you're this, you know what I mean? Like very narcissistic, very like gaslighty type of stuff. Carrie, I talked to Carrie today and she was doing okay. I sent you a comment on Karen's TikTok. Did you see it? I don't know. I might not have seen it. Your mom goes to college. I had a lot of TikTok notifications this morning and today, which, by the way, thank you to everybody. Somebody made a TikTok like talking about how nice I am to my viewers, and there were so many people. I don't want to get emotional again. There were so many people on there that said really nice things about me, and it meant a lot to me, especially with how I've been feeling mentally the last few days. And I know that having bipolar, like, I'm in that, like, I know where I'm at mentally right now, so it's just been a lot. So that was really, 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 really nice. I'm a new viewer of yours, myself and my bestie. We love your videos, by the way. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. He's very smart, Heather. Like, super smart. Like, one of the smartest people I know. She's upset she only has snacks to eat, so she's starving, and so many people offer to get her food and ignored. People who paid for readings she is attacking. She doesn't even care about the readings anymore. She probably isn't going to care, Alyssa, because now she has her apartment. She's making decent money. Because the thing is that before, even if she had the creator fund on TikTok, you don't make that much money off TikTok. I mean, I don't know how much money you make off TikTok, but from other creators that I've spoken to that get paid through TikTok, you don't really make that good of money on TikTok. But now with YouTube, between super chats, people sending her super chats, and YouTube monetization, she doesn't need to do readings anymore. She doesn't. And she's already doxed her own address. It's so scary. So freaking scary, man. And I don't want anyone putting her address on my stuff. I know that, again, she doxed it. I was sent her address before she even doxed her address. Like, so many times I was sent her address. The day she moved in, I was sent her address. Multiple times. Sorry, guys. I'm going back in the comments. I can't believe Deity gave me a $10 super chat. That was so sweet. I feel bad because I always miss his lives. Every time I... By the way, if you know, I feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but Deity, the one who gave me a super chat, he makes really, really great content as well. He's a small YouTuber, and he's a small commentary YouTuber, and he makes really good content. I like his content a lot, especially his long form content. Sorry, I'm going back, guys, because I was like talking and I don't want to. I feel bad like ignoring people. It was gross, turning off a lot of people who did want a reading, so that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, Alyssa, I mean, it's probably a good thing because most likely they would get scammed anyways, but the thing she has to understand is that she's kind of built this business of herself being a tarot reader. I mean, her damn channel is called Ashley's Tarot. What, I don't know. She keeps changing her channel name like back and forth to different things, but she's kind of like said she does this service, so now people are going to expect it from her. And that's why I said before it would be a good idea if she was going to take the tarot thing seriously, of her doing time frames instead of by reading. So like how she has $5 oracle, whatever. Why did my viewers just go up? So instead of her doing that, it would be a good idea for her to do time slots. Like, say, $15 for a half hour. Because then she has... I mean, it's kind of hard in her condition right now because she takes a while to say it nicely. But, I mean, that would be the best thing, in my opinion, for her to do. But she's got to do it right. And it would be a good idea for her to have some kind of, like, way to track all the people that are coming in, their payments, a way to verify that it's them. Like, there's one girl that I follow that does tarot, and what she does is she has them pay, and then when they pay, they give her the last they give her the last 4 digits of their phone number. So she says, you know, is so-and-so here? And then if she second guesses if that person is the person, then she says, what's the last 4 digits of your phone number? Or what's the last 2 digits? You know, like that's something that Ashley could put into play. Hey, if you guys are here and you want to like smash up the like button, I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Have I seen the new stuff on Ashy Cat tonight? No, I haven't. I've seen clips from her live last night, and I was very, very concerned. I have a cute forehead. I've never heard that one. You know, when I was in school, we used to have this thing because I had bangs like this when I was a kid. And I would always go, I am an asshole. I don't know why, but we like thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like my long childhood friend who I'm still like really good friends with, he even says that. So we still say this, I am an asshole. I don't know why, but somehow my bangs and me being an asshole, I have no idea. She is messed up right now. More like terrified for her. Yeah, I'm pretty. There's Carrie. I was wondering if you were coming. Everybody was asking about you, Carrie. I'm like, well, I talked to her in a TikTok comment today, so I know she's doing okay. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate all of you guys too for letting me vent at the beginning of this because I really just needed to talk about it. I think I'm gonna sit down and do like a more more like to the point, not in a live kind of, because not everybody can come to lives, right? And not everyone wants to sit and watch a 2-hour live. So I think I'm going to sit down and do like a video where I'm addressing the low cow post, not because it bothers me, but I think it is time that I address that. And I've wanted to do a video kind of reacting to my most disliked video that I've ever made. And that video is that video. So I do think that, thank you, Laura. I do think that it is something I need to address. And, you know, I'm not going to take it down, though. I mean, I'd take it down if people were like, okay, you need to take it down. Maybe after I address it, maybe I'll take that content down. But I don't know. I just never wanted to address it. I mean, I never wanted to take that content down before addressing it. Thank you guys for thumbsing up. I appreciate it very, very much. But yeah, now that I've vented about my BS and all that jazz, oh, the other thing I wanted to say too is that it was really good. Your Mom Goes to College. I haven't seen her live yet. I saw that she posted it right before I came on here because I came home from work, went on TikTok, answered as much as I could on TikTok, cried, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to make coffee, ate dinner, and then I was like, I'm going to go on live. I almost thought about not going on live tonight. And then I was like, no, you're going to go on live. You need to go on live and talk because holding it in isn't going to make it any better. But the other thing I wanted to say too is that I know I've said this before, but after Sunday, I'm going to be working 7 days a week for like a month. Not excited about it. And May 5th, I find out if I have to have a hand surgery. So, I'm hoping I can still go live at least twice a week, but I really want to finish my Ashy Cat series, and I have other content that I really want to work on. And as much as I love going live, because I really do love going live and talking with you guys, it's kind of like me going live or me editing and filming, if that makes sense. So I kind of have to figure out which one I'm going to do and kind of find a balance, but I also need to take time for my kids, take time for me. So... all right, so I am seeing a lot of Ashy Cat stuff. So I want to say before we get into the Ashy Cat stuff, same rules as always apply. My moderators know. You can talk about maintenance medication or any kind of medication in general. Please use abbreviations because YouTube will flag my content. The other thing too, I don't care if I'm monetized, but I do care if my videos are flagged because it hurts me in the algorithm. Other thing too is I do not condone bullying, harassment, do not come for her looks, do not talk about anything to do with her being this or that, no self-diagnosing her. I don't want to hear that you think that she's a this, that, or the other. Mental health wise, you can say that she has traits of this or what have you, but we will not be diagnosing somebody, okay? Obviously, we know that she has an active addiction right now. I have actually heard from somebody that she admitted this actually and then deleted the comment. I don't have proof of that though, so it is what it is. I do have proof of her saying like, so what if I am, because I'm an adult. But I mean, just looking at the situation, we can see that she is an active addiction, obviously. The other thing I want to say too is anyone that is in the Ashy Cat team or what have you, you are more than welcome here. Just please keep it respectful, kind. We can talk about things. I'm totally down with that. But once you start getting mean and malicious, you will have your comments deleted. If you still continue that behavior, you will be timed out. If I find out it's really that bad and you're just going to get deleted, I will hide you from here. It takes a lot for me to delete somebody from not being able to comment, but I have had to do it. The other thing too is I don't care if you don't like me and you want to say negative things about me. I don't really care. You come for my recovery, you come for my kids. That's it. That's my final straw, especially right now. So anyways, let me get to the comments. And Carrie will fill in anywhere that I messed up because she's amazing. All my mods are amazing though. Your mom goes to college is a mod. Nikki is a mod. I mean, you can see who my mods are, and Carrie is a mod. She had a black screen and claimed to be recording because Danielle was lying. Ashley's live just cut off. I seen you was on live. So Ashley is live now or not? Because it would make sense why my viewers went up. It's really sad how she treats everyone, but you also have to understand that how she feels right now inside is absolutely miserable. And I know that from experience. She is absolutely miserable on the inside. No matter how she tries to play that she's tough and she's this and she's that, I'm telling you, she does not feel good on the inside. Nobody in her condition feels good on the inside about themselves. 1000%. I'm glad that I'm seeing you guys saw Amanda Pants's live and liked it. I'm definitely going to have to watch it. It's like now her channel is just begging and arguing. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was going to turn into, Andrea. But I was really hoping for better things for her. She was laughing and singing about how she will continue to make bank while we sit and watch her do it. She was totally rubbing it in our faces that she will continue to get high. Yeah, well, that kind of stuff, Sherry, I'm sure if she was doing that, which I'm not saying I don't believe you, I'm just saying if she's doing that, I'm sure that I will find the clips of that. And I literally have a whole archive of stuff that I've been sending to YouTube. The only email that I have for YouTube is the YouTube creator thingy. And I've sent them stuff. So I tag them on stuff in Twitter that I find concerning that won't trigger people because I have people in recovery on my Twitter. So I have to be careful with that as well. And I don't want somebody just scrolling Twitter and then bam, they see her like that, you know, which is why it's hard. And that's also, again, why I try not to use clips of her completely out of it. A, triggering reasons, and 2, exploitative reasons. But yeah, in her mind, you know, she feels like she's on top of the world. But I can tell you, inside, she's miserable. 1000% miserable. No money and not enough. All the money and all the drugs in the world isn't going to make you happy. Happy comes from the inside. Being genuinely happy on the inside. And that doesn't mean like if you're happy, you don't have bad days. Trust me. But she's not happy. Hi, TR. How are you, lovely? Sorry, I'm just trying to go back in the comments, guys. There's a lot of you guys here tonight. Thank you, Sharon. I know everyone needs to vent sometimes. I agree. It is nice meeting new people. Oh my God, I've worked 7 days a week for the past 2 months. I haven't had a day off and I'm exhausted, but I kind of work for myself and I love it. Yeah, see, I feel like if I was just working for myself, I wouldn't mind it, Andrea. But for me, it's hard too, which I'm not saying mine's any worse than anybody else's situation. Mine, I think, is just so stressful because I've I've always struggled finding balance between YouTube, social media in general, my children, in real life jobs, right? And the more I grow and the more I get serious about the content that I'm putting out, the harder it becomes. Especially in the restaurant industry, man. If I was working like a 9 to 5, I feel like I would be able to balance a lot more. Do you need any more mods, Tarrah? Let me know. I can make you a mod, Alyssa. I trust you. I don't know how many mods I'm allowed to have, but I think 4 is a good amount right now. I think 4 is a good amount too, just in general. That way my mods the ones I do have don't feel like they have to be here for every live. And I know like Nikki has kids and Carrie has her stuff going on. Your mom goes to college. I'm not going to lie, I don't know that much about you personally, but you know, I know people that have oh, on my face. Yeah, these are from Starface. They're called Hydro Stars. They're for pimples. I can see your comment, Suzanne. They're for pimples. I was sent these, and I tried them when this pimple wasn't any pimple, and I didn't like the way that it worked, but this one became a head. Like it's a cystic pimple, and it finally became a head pimple today. I was walking around at work with a white head all day, and no one told me. I'm like, y'all couldn't have told me that this thing had a head on it. No, you're not seeing things. They're little stars. It's funny. I posted a TikTok with one on my face, and someone was like, did you take a test? I'm like, that's so funny. But they're supposed to, like, have calming shit in them or whatever. So I'm going to try them on, like, I'm breaking out so... I haven't broken out this bad in forever. Stress, man. Stress does it to you. Yes, hashtag Ashley's family. Hi, Cindy. I'm glad you're doing good, TR. I'm doing all right. I could be doing better, but I'm doing all right. I'm sure she's miserable. I had a whole team of loved ones in my corner when I was out there. She has no one. Has to be awful not having anyone in your own family rooting for you. Sad. Yeah, I agree, Barbara. I agree. I wish if we could just find one family member, man. Just one. Like somebody, man. It would be really awesome if we could. Yeah. Well, Bambi, by the way, hi, Bambi. How are you, darling? I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the live, Bambi, but yeah, it's been a rough couple past days, man. You're having bad breakouts too, Bambi? Yeah, it's been so bad, girl. I'm like, oh. Well, that's because you're amazing. You guys are always amazing. Bye, Suzanne. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Y'all, you want to hear something so funny really quickly? Speaking of sleep tight. So for my son's birthday is at the end of August, but Kyle, my boyfriend, his father, has wanted to get him a tractor, like a kid's tractor, for like a year now. And we finally saved up enough. Well, he saved up enough money. I didn't contribute it at all. He saved up enough money, and he got him the tractor. So we got him, because if we gave it to him for his birthday, it would be like snowing in like less than a month here, because it snows in September. So he got it today, and he was so excited. And then my son, he is sleeping inside the box right now, like because it's a big box, right? So he's got like his pillows in there, and he's like sleeping in there. So it's funny, before he went to sleep, I'm like, sleep tight, don't let the box bite. Sorry, super random, but it just made me think of that when I said sleep tight. The live wasn't deleted, it's there now. Which live, Chaotic? Ashley's live? Or Amanda Pants's live? I know Amanda's is there. Her mods are the problem. They minimize any issues she has. She's not high. She's just tired. That sort of a thing. Yeah, Beefy. Some of her mods are not. Hey, Tara. Thank you for being so amazing. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. Hi, Cindy. How are you? It is devastating. Danella? Is that how you say your name? As a nurse, also as just a person, I'm really scared. I'm going to get on here after work one day, and it's going to be bad news. Yeah, same. And I mean, that's the thing that Ashley doesn't realize either, is that like if she doesn't go live by a certain time, people start worrying. They do. They start worrying. And then there's that one Josh account that I guess I didn't see this, but I heard from people because they were commenting on my TikToks saying that this Josh page was saying like, "Oh, I sold her a bad this and a bad that today." And by the way, if you're in this chat and you're heavily triggered by certain things, this probably is not the live chat for you, especially if it comes to substance abuse issues. But yeah, they were saying that this Josh page was saying this or that. And I remember being tagged in that Josh page like last month, I want to say it was. And I went through it, and there was probably like 12 or 14 TikToks on it. There wasn't very many at the time, but they're like mainly text. And I instantly, when I saw that page and started going through it, I'm like, that's either Ashley or one of her followers. And this is a troll page. This is a page to get people talking about Ashley. But with that being said, people do worry when she doesn't go live because they're like, oh my God, especially when it follows from how her condition was last night, right? And then I have to wonder, how the hell is she like going to work when she's staying up all night doing what she's doing, right? And then I know she drinks energy drinks, but still, I'm like, how is she functioning? Literally, how is she functioning right now? Like, not even just what she's doing, like drug wise, but like the lack of sleep. She's not eating properly. Like, all of these things, I'm telling you, when she gets sober, because I'm saying when, she's going to have the same problem that I did. She's going to have so many health issues. So many health issues from not taking care of her body for so long. By the way, with that being said, if you have not gone to the doctor recently for a checkup, you should go to the doctor. The doctor is so important if you can, because I know like US medical care is and like insurance is insane. But going to the doctor is so important. And I didn't do it for like years, like since teenage years, and it caught up to me because so many years I didn't take care of myself. I was abusing my body, not eating properly, not sleeping properly. And she's going to go through that same exact thing, in my opinion, when she gets sober. And it makes it hard when you're in recovery and you start dealing with all these health issues, because then you're like, oh, everyone said it was going to be great when I get sober, but then, you deal with all these health issues, and it's like, I don't know. I'm the type of person, when my health starts going, my mental health starts going. And I know a lot of you guys have health issues and you deal with the same thing. Mods in here only delete comments if they are against Tarrah's rules. Yes, absolutely. I think I've seen one comment deleted tonight, and that's it so far. I don't know what that was in regards to, but yes. Just like I don't delete my comments on my videos unless they are doxing somebody, which I've had happen, or if they're like straight up bullying, harassing somebody. And I don't catch all of my comments because, so YouTube used to have it so you would get notified of every comment that you got on your YouTube channel. Well, for some reason, now you have to manually go in there. And in the Creator app, you can go to comments and it'll show you your comments, but it doesn't show you if someone replies to something or something like that. So, like, there was a whole thread that I found, well, I was alerted to by a subscriber, where somebody was attacking one of my subscribers, my fellow people that is like literally in every single one of my lives, always comments on my videos, but because this person didn't have a picture, even though they were using their name, this other person was calling them a troll, accusing them of being Ashley. Like, it was a hot mess. And I didn't know anything about it because I don't get my comments, and the ones I do get, I don't see replies. Like, I don't get notifications for that. I don't know why YouTube changed that policy. I don't know if it's something that happens when you start getting more comments on your channel. I don't know, but I don't like it. Like, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. And then with TikTok's the same thing. It only lets you know. Did someone just give me a super chat? Hope your night gets better, Tarrah. Hugs. Jess, I changed my name for privacy stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. honestly, just being here, like, with you guys and, like, talking is making things better for me. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Hi, Lane. Sadly, TikTok is the same way, though. And, like, the bigger you become, the harder it is to monitor your comments. I don't know how people do it with freaking 100,000 subscribers, because my channel is so tiny. My following on TikTok is so tiny, and I still have a hard time with it. Thank you again, Jess. I appreciate that so much. I just worked 5-10 hours and I'm so tired. Oh, I bet, Laura. That's what I work, is doubles, because I'm in restaurant business. I feel like nurses and doctors and that type of stuff have it so hard too. She's live again. I figured she went live again, Alyssa, because it's funny. My viewer count, like when she's live, my viewer count goes down. When she gets off live, my viewer count goes up. So I can almost always tell by, but then I start getting worried. Like, it's cool having a ton of people in here, don't get me wrong. It's like, oh, tons of peeps, we can talk. But like when it gets to a certain number, I'm like, I start getting anxious because I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Because of all the things that have happened, like with me getting spammed with all that awful stuff and like what happened with that person coming in the other night. And it's always, it always happens at times when I'm, hi Rowdy, how are you? Long time no see, my dear. By the way, Rowdy makes really cool custom shoes, Converses. Definitely should check them out. But I always end up getting attacked when it's like we're talking about stuff that like doesn't really pertain to that situation, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Thank you, Lane. I appreciate that. I know I need to go to the doctor, damn it. Yes, Heather, go to the doctor. You definitely, everybody should go to the doctor and take care of themselves if they can. Why did the one mod get thrown out tonight? Anyone know? Oh, a mod got thrown out tonight? Oh, Bambi, you're sick? Yeah, I'm a mess. Why I've been so quiet on my channel. I'm sad you're stressed too. Oh, I'm sorry, Bambi. I hope you feel better. If you want to talk, reach out to me, girl. She has been so lonely her life. She has to be so lonely. Her life is one bad live stream after another. Absolutely, Kendra. I agree. Yes, I love the new Ashley's family tag. I love it too, Alyssa. Mama Karen came up with that one, and I loved it so much. For all the new folks here, we are not here to put Ashley, not to make fun of her looks, her mental state. If you are a new follower, please feel welcome. We do not attack, but we also will not be attacked. I love the way you put that, Carrie. I love the way you put that. That's perfect. Can I pin that? Like how on Instagram you can pin stuff? Darn it! I thought I could pin it. They should let us do that on YouTube. Let us pin a comment. What state is everyone from? You're from Seattle, Washington, Laura? Yeah, where is everyone from? I'm curious too. I know where some of you are from, but if you feel comfortable, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't need to put where you're from. I am from, I'll just say where I'm living now because it's too confusing saying where I'm from. I live in Vermont. Where's everyone else from? I see New York. I see Southern Illinois, Ormond Beach, Florida, Chicagoland. Not Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is horrendous. I know I've been promising you guys my Turnabout Ranch video for literally a week. It's almost edited. Like, I had it almost done last night at my mom's, and then my laptop died. And y'all know I have crap internet, so I have to upload at my mom's. So I'm hoping, like, for sure it should be done edited by tomorrow. Like, facts, done. But I might not be able to get it uploaded till Monday. But yes, I'm telling you, it's a long one too. And I want to know too with you guys, with this video that I did, I kind of did like a general overview of Turnabout Ranch and like Dr. Phil's connection with it and stuff. But if you guys want me to go deeper into Turnabout Ranch, like way deeper because there's a lot of shit. Like, the video would have been like 500 years long if I had put everything in there, but I kind of just did like a general to keep people engaged. But if you want more of a deep dive on either Turnabout Ranch or on Dr. Phil or both, I'm totally down for that because there's so much stuff, y'all. Like, Dr. Phil has been accused of SA. Like, did y'all know that? Did y'all know that he doesn't have a license to practice? Like, there's tons of stuff, y'all. Like, the incentives that he gets for promoting things like Turnabout Ranch. There's so much crap, y'all. Sorry, let's go back to where people are from. I get so passionate when I'm like researching stuff. Australia, Canada, PA. I knew you lived in Australia, baby. I seen comments from Ahmad, maybe I can't remember, but they were saying, where is Ashley's family now? We're all blocked from her live. I've tried to go in and like tell her in her live streams that I'm not trying to break her and that I'm here for her and that I'm not trolling her, that I'm a real person. And I was hid because she didn't respond to any of my comments. And I know she was hid because she would have responded. She didn't acknowledge them at all. I've commented on her YouTube channel and she's left up mean comments. No, I mean, I didn't say a mean comment, but I kind of was like, hey girl, you know what fair use is, kind of a thing. When she came after me, I was kind of sassy, but I wasn't mean. She took me as aggressive though, because that's how she thinks. I was definitely sassy though, 1000%. But she's deleted the nice stuff that I've said and like supporting stuff that I've said under her YouTube. So, and I've heard from other people that I'm not the only person she does that with, where she keeps the sassy or mean shit, but deletes the comments that are supportive, trying to offer help, nice. So, yeah. She does that for a reason. So she can say, see, I told you this person was a troll. Look at them being mean here. And I actually think she even deleted that comment of me talking to her about fair use because she said she didn't want to give me clout. Girl, you have 4,000 subscribers. You're not giving me clout. Like, I'm not getting clout off you. I want to help you. Keep up the positive inspiration, beautiful. Thank you, Barbara Smith. You guys are so sweet. I don't want anyone to think they have to give me money. I appreciate it, but I don't want people to think that you have to give me money. Dr. Phil also uses Pavo Cannon too. That's the same one that Paris Hilton was sent to. Yes, he does, Sharon. That's why I'm saying. And there's so many incentives for him. Like I said, there's so much when it comes to Dr. Phil. So much. Like, so much shady stuff. Thank you again, Barbara Smith. I feel like I need to get like I need to do something when people give me super chats, but I don't know what I need to do. Like some creators like do cool things or like snapping things or something. I don't know. I feel like I should do something. Oh, really quickly, speaking of doing something, I have had so many of y'all tell me I need to make merch that says, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean, on it. Trust me, I've thought about this since before I even had like 1,000 subscribers because people have said this to me forever about how I need to get this on merch. I want to do merch. Wait, she just got done talking to the cops. The cops are there again. Shift happens. Oh, man. People need to stop calling the cops. I don't know what kind of condition she's in, but I just want to say this real quick. I want to do merch. If anybody out there knows of a company that can do merch with designs that I would have that's not Teespring or Rebubble, because both of those are crap, in my opinion, quality, please reach out to me and let me know. Please. Yeah, people need to stop calling the cops. Unless it is an emergency, do not call the cops because they're not going to take it seriously. I don't want to cry. You've cried enough today, Tarrah. People are not going to take it seriously. Paramedics, police are not going to take it seriously if you keep calling the police for no reason. Please, stop. Fuck. That's going to make me angry. I'm so tired of people calling the police for no reason on her. I mean, I understand like, what was it? When she got swarmed, like, I did a live after it happened. I understand why that happened. I understand why that person called. You know, if you're a mandated reporter or if you're seeing her in that condition, like last night, I could have understood that. But I don't, like I said, I don't know what her condition is tonight, so I don't want to speak too soon, maybe, because maybe there was a valid reason, but I would buy. Ashley says, so many people ask me to put that on merch. I have an idea for a design too, not just like the phrase, because I feel like I want more than just the phrase, but I have like a whole concept. And I think it would be super cute and like very 90s. Like, if y'all, I don't want to say what it is because I want to like surprise y'all when I finally can put my vision out there. But I feel like once I get it out, y'all will be like, oh my God, that's so like, oh, that. And if you're like my age, you're going to be like, oh my God, that brings me back to this, 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 this. There was a certain type of shirt that used to be really popular back when I was like a teenager, late teens, early 20s, and I kind of want that concept, but when y'all see it, you'll understand what I'm saying. But I need to find somebody that can do merch that's not Rebubble, not Teespring. Oh my God, you need to do merch with the You Know What I Mean jelly bean for sure. You can make jelly bean shaped coffee mugs. I just used your catchphrase talking to my son today. Oh, I love that, Sharon. My mom says that and like said that my whole upbringing. Another, like, she has so many weird phrases that she says, like she always says cool beans and hot chicken lips. Like, there's so many phrases that my mom says that I say to my kids and say in my everyday life. Same with my kids. There's phrases that they say that I've caught on, and they're just a part of my everyday language now because, or in our family, it's just funny how that works. I was talking to my brother about that last night too when I was over at my mom's trying to edit. And I was telling him how like everybody loves, well, I was telling my mom how everybody loves like the catchphrases I say that I got from her. And my brother was like, oh, I bet you're stealing all my catchphrases that me and my friend, which is our mutual friends, have. And I'm like, nope, never said any of them. Because I haven't. They're not something I would say. They're something they would say. I don't agree with a lot of the things they say or the way they say things. That's why I get in arguments with them about it. Okay, Tarrah, I love talking with you and everyone, but I have to get to work. Oh, no, go, Laura. Get some sleep. Worry about you, darling. I appreciate you being here for however, even if it's a minute, I appreciate. She says if it happens again, you'll know. What if she really overdoses and the cops think it's fake? Exactly, Holly. That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to stop. Wait, what happened? I see. I wasn't trying to be rude, Carrie. Not at all, honey. What happened? Am I missing something? No, Carrie, I seen someone say that think Walmart is a code for her plug. It's just assumptions. I don't think so. I mean, she could be meeting someone there at Walmart. I'm not going to assume that, though. But I don't know. I had been blocked from YouTube. No comments were getting taken down, and no one could see my comments. I can see your comments, Haley. Is it just from certain people's channels? Because I can see your comments, honey. Yeah, I have quite a few people from Australia on my channel, Bambi. Like, my top 3 most viewed areas, US, obviously, UK, and then, no, it's US, Canada, Australia, then UK. UK is number 4. I deleted your email, but sent it to Tarrah's Messenger. I didn't want someone trying to use your email. Oh, thank you, Carrie. That's actually very smart. Because, yeah, with the way things have been, Bambi, ever since I started covering Ashley, I don't know if you were in the beginning of the live, Bambi, but ever since I started covering Ashley, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff that's happening in my personal life because of this. And it's not because of anything I'm doing. It's what people are trying to do to me. And I wouldn't put it past somebody to try to confuse me and make me think that you were sending me an email and kind of switch up your email name or something. I mean, I thoroughly vet everyone I talk to, but by the way, if you've sent me an email or a DM, I'm not ignoring you. I literally have 50 something messages on Instagram right now between my regular DMs and my request folder. And then my business email is literally out of this world right now. And I just have not had the mental capacity. I've never seen, and I know why it's so full. It's because I asked everyone to send me stuff for my video, for like their videos and stuff and their submissions, and I've gone through quite a few of them, but I still have a lot to go through. So if I haven't responded, that's why. I will respond to every single person who sent me something, just so you know that I got it. So if you haven't heard from me yet, that doesn't mean I didn't get it. I know some people have had trouble trying to send stuff to me. So if you don't get a response from me by probably Monday, then I haven't received it. X, Y, and Z and keep the same energy. Yes, exactly. I love the vibes. Only if you want. Wait, hold on. What did you say? I missed the other part, Rowdy. Hold on. I got to scroll up, my love. At Tarrah. Only if you want, I can do a design for your merch. I would be down for that, Rowdy. I would obviously compensate you. I've had a few artists that I've worked with for stuff for like my YouTube channel, logo, stuff like that before. But the vision I have is completely different. Actually, your art style, Rowdy, would probably be perfect for what I'm trying to do. So yeah, we can definitely talk about that, Rowdy. Yes, that is my email. Lisa is right. Yeah, I could literally do so much with the jelly bean thing. You'll see in my my Dr. Phil video, but I was like, okay, my little jelly beans, and it just came out, and I was like, oh, they are my little jelly beans. We're all little jelly beans. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep this, and I like the way that sounded. Hi, Chrissy, how are you, darling? Remember the shirts that changed color when you blew hot air on them? I do. Cops are still there. Oh, man. They need to call the police to dispatch medical. Unfortunately, law enforcement has been watching her streams. This is a fact. Well, I mean, if they are, that's good. I was sent her local PD's information, and I sent them stuff over. I was like, look, this is why they're calling the police, because look at her 3 minutes before you get there. And then 10 minutes after you leave, look at her again. It's the adrenaline from you guys showing up that pops her back up. You know how many times I was falling asleep at the wheel? I was literally in my car running for hours, dead ass knocked out because I was so out of my mind. And then the police knock on the freaking window and my ass pops up, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, because my adrenaline kicks in. Because we know it's a police officer, right? So that fear kicks in, that rush kicks in, and it knocks us up out of it. That's why she seems alert. Like, you can tell even when she's alert that she's on something, but obviously, unless she's in, like, needs help, they can't do anything. And I remember somebody said, I haven't checked personally, but I've actually had a lot of people say that in Baltimore, they aren't arresting people for possession or, like, anything like that. They started doing it during the Big C, but that now it's actually, like, a permanent law. Which I actually agree with that. I don't think arresting people for, like, because, like, getting arrested for possession can ruin your life. I mean, yes, it does save people's lives too, obviously, because they go to jail and then they decide they want to get clean. They hit their rock bottom. That is some people's rock bottoms, but at the same time, it can destroy a lot for people. Trust me. Yeah, definitely reach out to me, Rowdy. I'm down. Yeah, I wasn't here at the start, but I believe that girl and understand that. I can't imagine what this has been doing to you. You're a strong girl, but remember to take breaks from it, okay? Yeah, I've been trying to take breaks. Bambi, I tried yesterday to take a break. I didn't go live. I worked on like my Turnabout Ranch video, but like didn't really go on TikTok. And I always say I'm going to take breaks, but I'm an addict. I'm a workaholic. And when I'm like going through stuff emotionally, I end up pushing myself harder. And it's something that I'm trying to work on. Like, I need to work on it. And the other thing, too, is I feel guilty when I take too much time off. So it's kind of like, again, it's something I need to work on for sure. I was wondering where your email is to send you a clip. Who can I send it to? Did somebody put my, yeah, you put my email in there. I was wondering. Her neighbors saw her through the window last night and asked if she was okay even. Oh, wow, Alyssa. I don't know. I guess her new information is all over TikTok. Yeah, it is Chrissy. Because she doxed herself. She showed her rental agreement. I mean, granted, people had her address even before she showed her rental agreement. Like I was saying earlier, I was sent her address too many times. One person, out of all the times I was sent her address, only one person I know that had it sent it to me with good intentions. And even if the other people that sent it to me had good intentions, their reasoning for sending it to me, in my opinion, was not valid enough for them to send it to me. This one person, like I said, one person that sent it to me, I knew why they were sending it to me. There was a valid reason why they sent it to me, and they knew I wouldn't spread it. But all of these other people that I never talked to, never send me information, never talked to me, and I mean, I talk to a lot of people every single day for the most part. They sent it to me just to be malicious. It wasn't out of concern. Yeah, why did they call the cops? That's my question, Sue. Let me know. I will send you a few products to try and review. Oh, sure. Okay, Heather. Don't feel like you have to send me anything though. If I sent you some truly beauty products, would you review them? Truly Beauty. Why does that sound familiar? Truly Beauty? Is that the one that like they have the boob, like they make a boobs? Is that the one Nikita Dragon did a sponsored thing for? Heather, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Let me know. I will send you a few products to try out and review. I mean, yeah, I'm totally down to test them out. I ain't showing my titty tats though. I need to open a P.O. box. I don't know if, I forgot who it was, but there's a few people that have asked me to open a P.O. box. I was going to do it Wednesday or Thursday. No, I was going to do a Wednesday, but I ended up not going to the park and like down that area until later on, and they were already closed because they closed super early. They're only open for a few hours a day, but I will be opening a P.O. box. And I want to say, if I open a P.O. box, it's not because I feel like y'all need to send me stuff. I'm only doing it because I had a lot of people ask me if they could send me like their art that they've made, or like write me a letter or send me a card for like my birthday or something like that. So that's why I'm opening it. And I obviously don't want people to have my actual address. Oh my God, I would love that, Bambi. We should do a box exchange. Like do you remember old school YouTube, Bambi, where like people would like send boxes, like 2 YouTubers or however many YouTubers, they would like send a box. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember those videos? Oh, I was thinking today too, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if somebody created a YouTube channel where like all their content was like old school styled content, like YouTube content, where like they would just like make old videos but like in an updated version, like like a smash or pass, or like what were those videos called with the boxes where they would switch the boxes off? I can't think of them now, but like, you know, like all of like the really trendy YouTube videos, but like making them now but like updated. I was like, that'd be so cool. I'm surprised no one has done that yet. Me too, Bambi. I always have so many ideas for YouTube channels, but I'm like, I'm only one person. I can't. Swaps. Thank you, TT. I'm like, oh, hi, TT. I'm like, yeah, like all those old school videos, I'm telling y'all, I seriously, all the time I sit and think of things and I'm like, that would make a cool YouTube channel. That would make a cool YouTube channel. But again, I'm just one person. I can't make 500 YouTube channels. Yeah, smash or pass. Like there's, yes, mystery box, box swap. Yes. And there's just so many other really good freaking old YouTube, or like lookbooks, like all that kind of stuff, all that old content, all those old trendy things. Oh yeah, man. Heck yeah, it'd be so cool. And like that person can make it their own style and everything. I'm struggling bad and can't get help and I'm not using, so sad they do all what they do for her. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that, Chrissy. I will say, I agree with you. There are, and I've said this before, there are so many people that need help. I mean, I try to do my best to help people that I see struggling or that need things the best that I can. And that's all we can do in our part. The hard thing is too is that there's so much scamming on the internet and so many people have ruined it for the people that are good people that genuinely need the help. I try to always believe that there's good in everybody. That's why I donate the people that I donate to, I only donate to them one time. There's been a few people that it's happened more than once and I've learned my lesson, let's just say that. But I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but sadly, there's a lot of people that don't want to donate to things or don't want to help people out because they've either been scammed before or they see it happen, or they just don't believe anybody or trust anybody because it's the internet. And then you have some people who are just, they try and help people. But yeah, it's just it's hard. It is hard. There's so many people struggling right now, especially with the current climate and the way things are now. So many people struggling. Like I've had more, especially single moms, which breaks my heart. More people reach out to me in the last few weeks that have needed help, and it's really heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. I wish I could do more as a person. And like I give myself, so this is how I do, because I make a budget for myself, because I've talked about this before. I struggle with shopping addiction. So like I said, I'm an addict. I'm not perfect. I have flaws, right? So what I do is I give myself a budget every month. Well, I do a weekly budget and a monthly budget, but every month I give myself a budget of how much I can donate of my check. How much I do all my bills. I do if I want to spend money on myself or whatever, or go out to eat or whatever with the family, whatever, how much goes into savings, and I give myself an amount that I can donate. And once I reach that amount, I don't go over it, because even though I have shopping addiction problems, I can still over donate, if you know what I mean. And then I end up putting myself out because I feel bad for people. So I had to learn, okay, you need to pull back, Tarrah, because there's no reason why you're letting yourself suffer. Yes, you want to help people, but you need to also realize that you're not made of money. I mean, I wish I was, but I feel like TT's trying to tell me something. Excuse the LOL look. What? Did I miss something? We should do that. I'm down, TT. I've told you that. We just need to figure it out. It's going to be hard. Like, I've had a few people want to collab with me recently, and I've only ever done one collab on my channel, which was last year. Actually, I don't even think it's been a year, but it was with Jenny's Lipstick. By the way, if you love makeup content, go check out Jenny's Lipstick. She's amazing. She's a small creator. Her and I have been doing YouTube around the same time. I actually think she's been doing YouTube longer than I have. She's so amazing. Love her. She doesn't try to get you to buy a bunch of products. She uses a lot of, she's like a minimalistic makeup collector, but her makeup is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. She's amazing. Love her. But I've done a collab with her. Other than that, I've never done collabs, and I don't know, I've just never done them. But I've had so many people ask me to do collabs, and I'm like, I don't have the time. But I gotta figure it out, because I really want to do them. They seem super fun. And I want to do like smaller creators too. Draw My Life Bambi. So I have a whole script written out for my Draw My Life video, but I'm so scared to put it out. A whole ass script. It probably have to be like 3 parts, or it's going to be like over an hour long. But I really want to do that video. I love Draw My Life videos. But I also want to do it without people being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because I don't want people to say that. I do need a P.O. box, Heather, for sure. 1000% I need a P.O. box. A lady paid a week ago, and Ashley pretty much said she didn't do it for a reading. It was a donation, and she was like, what? No. Yeah, she does that a lot, Alyssa. She'll say, oh, that was just a donation. That wasn't for a reading. That was a donation. Hey, honey, I'm doing better than I was last week, but still a big lump in my throat. Oh, I'm sorry, Chrissy. The coughs are gone. Well, that's good. Tarrah's jelly beans. Love it. I know, right? I love it. I mean, I feel like I'm a jelly bean, too, so we're all jelly beans. I freaking love it, right? Because jelly beans are colorful. They make me happy. Even though I'm a weirdo and I like licorice flavored jelly beans. Don't come for me. Let me know. I will send you a free products. Okay, I feel like I read that again, but I'll try and open a P.O. box Monday. I'll do my best. I'm so curious why they called the cops. Some people are watching this as it's a circus, not a real life situation, which is sad, but it's normal. Exactly, Bambi. I agree. And that's the sad thing is people do love to watch people fall. They do. They absolutely love it. And I used to be like that too. Like I would thrive on watching content that was like that. And then I just realized that I was starting to get really miserable and I was starting to think really negatively. And once I started switching my content that I was taking in, it changed so much. That's why I don't watch the news anymore. That's why I don't watch a lot of drama channels anymore. Ashley is cussing out Nods and saying she wasn't friends with her ever. Doesn't even know her? Yeah, I thought they did know each other. I don't want to get into that situation that happened between her and Ashley, but I thought they were friends at one point. But again, I don't know because I've never asked Nods, so I don't know if they were friends. I've heard that, but oh yeah, what's in my bag videos? Yes, Brandy. But that would make sense if it said the rent amount, but that doesn't mean she's responsible for that amount. They wouldn't allow her to live there if she was responsible for more rent than what she makes. Yeah, that's true, Erica. That's what I told my friends earlier, that just because she said it's $1,000 doesn't mean that's what she pays. She couldn't pay that with $400 income. No way. She would be on no way she has to be on Section 8. I've been trying to give her compliments and advice because that's the way I feel is okay to help her right now. Yeah, that is very nice of you, Chrissy, to be nice to her, even though I know you're dealing with your own situation. And I know it's hard to see people like Ashley who are acting the way they're acting and people are throwing money at them. And then, you're dealing with your own stuff and you can't even get help. It is very hurtful. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the HUD thing. So when my daughter was an infant, I lived in low income housing. I didn't have HUD, but I mean, technically it was HUD, but it wasn't HUD, right? Because I didn't get to pick my apartment with a voucher. I had to, or Section 8. It was HUD housing, I think. I don't really know the difference, but I know there's a difference between Section 8 and HUD housing. Anyways, I only had to pay like a certain amount of my income. Now, if you looked at my lease agreement or my rental agreement, it showed the whole amount that the apartment is, but it also showed the amount that it was covered, that they paid, I think it was HUD, and then what I owed. So yeah, that for where I lived anyways, that's how it was. That didn't mean I owed that total amount, but that's how much it was. Like it was a stack of papers. The first paper said how much the apartment was, where the apartment was, the apartment in my name, that kind of thing, chicken wing. And then there was more papers that showed how much I paid. I had to sign that. How much HUD paid. I had to sign that. They signed it. believe it was HUD, because Section 8's the one where you have the, like, a rental voucher kind of a thing. And then HUD is where you live in, like, a low income project, which is where I basically grew up. And then I lived there I had my apartment for like 2 years. Ooh, yeah, those are good, Cassidy. I like the buttered popcorn ones too. Yeah, I talked to my dad in my last video. I talked about my dad in my last video, and everyone kept saying sorry, and it made me feel bad because I made people sad for me. Yeah, Bambi, that's it. That's why I stopped making content where I got super, super personal. Because if you go look back at my old content, like, I would get very personal, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I didn't want people feeling sorry for me. And the other thing too is that I also realized that yes, it's my story to tell, but at the same time, my words can have negative impacts on other people's lives. So I stopped making a lot of my plus I'm in a better place now, so I don't get like that anymore, really. But yeah, I definitely know how that feels. For sure, for sure. Oh, Carrie, you're so sweet. I'm a single mom, and my son never gets to see his father. Also, his father barely pays his child support on time. I'm sorry, Chrissy. I don't know how single moms do it. Single parents in general, because I can't just single out moms, because they're single dads too. I don't know how they do it, especially during these times. I don't know how y'all do it. I implore all of you so much. Like, or not implore, applaud all of you so much, because, like, I'm over here struggling, and I got a great partner, you know? But all you people that are doing it right now by yourselves with kids, I give you so much credit. Like, y'all are like the real superheroes, for real, because it's stressful AF, and like to have to do it all by yourself. Like, I hear from people all the time, like, oh, unemployment is so high, but like everyone's hiring right now. People need to get off their butts and like want to work. And I'm like, you do understand that there's literally single parents right now that can't work because their kids doing remote, or they have health issues. You know, like, people don't think of those things because they're only thinking of themselves and their situations. Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to single moms, single dads, any single parent, single grandparent right now raising children, because those exist too. You know, anybody right now that's single. And she's talking about buying a pew pew for protection. Has she ever been arrested? Because, like, with the stalking stuff that's going on and all that other stuff, they will not, well, I mean, she could buy it, but it wouldn't be legally. Does anyone wonder if the $100 a week from the shop was to prove her as a lower income for the apartment? I don't think so, CB. In my opinion, I firmly believe that two things. I do believe that the money that was stolen, again, my opinion, the money that was stolen, I do believe was stolen by Ashley. And I do believe that she didn't lose her job because A, she knows too much stuff that's going on there, and B, because of her relationship with Rice. I also believe that, yes, they are only paying her a certain amount of money in a check form, or well, it'd be cash because she's getting paid under the table. And I believe that they are paying her in other substances, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. And also making her pay that money back. That's my opinion. That's what I feel like is going on in that situation. That's why I always say that that shop is so bad for her. It's so bad for her, in my opinion. And that shop has been raided before. So that is just how I feel. I believe she stole the $200 too. In my opinion, I believe that that's true. 1000% I believe that that's true. I gotta take a pee break, guys. Hold on. Sorry. by the way, now that I freaking went pee, I kept trying to remember to tell you guys, because I've had a few of you message me asking me how like the water situation's going. So we're almost 1,000% sure that I told you guys this, how the neighbor dug a new well, and ever since then we've had issues with our point, because we don't have a well, we have a point, and we're like pretty freaking sure that that's why we haven't had water, because there's been like, well, now we're getting rain, but we haven't had rain. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have to have a new well dug, which I'm not excited about. Hi, Jenny. But it is what it is. But Kyle like rigged something up so that we can, like a 100-something gallon tank or something in our basement, so that we can have water. We just have to keep refilling it, and we'll have to like boil our water. Well, we can use spring water for drinking water and stuff, but like if we want to use cooking, like water from the faucet and cook or something, we would have to boil it. But we have a water cooler thing, so we can just get water from the spring for that. What did I miss? Yeah, her building is on the Go Section 8 website. Oh, okay, Jenny, that makes sense then. I feel like she docks herself on purpose. In her situation, she knows she would never have showed the outside. Yeah, she could have. I feel like she did it on accident, though, just because she's so out of it. Also, you tell your story as a victim or a survivor. Also, you tell your story as a victim or a survivor. I don't know what that means, Dawn. I'm sorry, honey. I think I'm misunderstanding your comment, Dawn. And yeah, it was a small section of the video, an example why I'm an advocate for mental health, but you're right. Yeah, and like the other thing too is like a lot of people say, and I'm not saying this is you, Bambi, I'm just saying when it comes to mental health advocacy, a lot of people say that they're mental health advocates. Again, I'm not saying this is you, Bambi. And then the first like sign of someone struggling with mental health, whether it's having like a breakdown online or like acting manic or what have you, people are so quick to be like, oh, look at her acting crazy. Look at so-and-so doing this and that. Oh, they must be having a mental breakdown. And I know I've been guilty of saying things like that before, until I realized like that's really not okay to say. Again, I'm not saying that's you, Bambi. It's just there's a lot of people that say they're mental health advocates, and that happens. I actually really like your content, Bambi. Like a lot. Because you're so real about it. And it's really hard to find on YouTube nowadays. I admit we make good money and still. What do you mean, TT? What did I miss? Earlier in Ashley's live, someone offered to give her $500 to $1,000 to live without harassment, they said. Wait, what? Somebody was offering her money so that they would stop getting harassed? I'm not going to end up giving her money to stop dealing with what I'm dealing with from her clan. I love, and I can't temper her name, changed it to... Oh, I hate when people do that, when they change their handles. Last night, she didn't even end the live. It stayed on for like 30 minutes. I think she closed it out that way to keep it running to get more money from YouTube. She probably did, Nikki. Like, when it comes to ways to hustle to make money, Ashley's not dumb. Like, she knows all the nooks and crannies of ways to get money. Her taking a shit on live tonight was bizarre. I can't really say that's bizarre, her shitting on live, because, like, I don't know. I can't sit here and say I would never do it. I definitely have shit on Instagram before while I'm talking to my peeps. I've definitely been taking a shit when I'm freaking talking on TikTok. And I feel like I would rather somebody, if I'm like watching their live stream, like shit with me on their live stream. I'm a long shitter though, so I don't know how long it takes for her to shit, but I would rather somebody talk to me while they're taking a shit than leaving me just staring at a screen for fucking 10 to 30 minutes. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So also, I'm glad she's shitting because usually opiates make you constipated AF. So that's good that she's having bowel movements. But yeah, I can't say anything about her pooping on live because like I said, I can't say I wouldn't do it. I mean, listen to me right now. How many of y'all, and most of y'all are lying if you tell me you don't do this. How many of y'all, I'm sure somebody watching right now is taking a shit. I'm pretty sure one of y'all right now is taking a shit right now. Or at least on the toilet. Okay? How many of y'all, hey, have any of y'all ever, this happened to me the other night. Have any of y'all been trying to take a shit, right? Or going to the bathroom? And like you're watching a content creator, it doesn't even need to be a live stream, but you're watching a content creator and you just feel like they're watching you and they know that that's what you're doing right now. Oh my God, I've had that happen to me so many times where I've been like, oh my God, so-and-so knows that I'm taking shit right now watching their content. Like, they don't know, but like I felt that way for a second. Oh my God. I will not poo on a live. That's right. It's not for everybody. Oh, that made me chuckle. I needed that. But, you know, I mean, I probably wouldn't either, but I'm saying I can't say I never would do it. She said she couldn't, but used irritable bowel syndrome. Actually, you know what, TT? A lot of people that are like addicts from opiates end up with IBS. Like a lot of them. My doctor was telling me that. But yeah, I'm telling you right now. There's gotta be at least one person right now on the toilet, and I bet you that person's taking a shit. Y'all can't lie to me right now. And if you're lying to me, that's not right. That's not right. That is not right. And I bet you most of y'all don't sanitize your, well, maybe nowadays with COVID. Do you know when my son was born in the NICU? They wouldn't allow us to take our phones in there. And I was like, why? And they were like, because a phone is dirtier than a toilet seat. And I was like, and they're like, yeah, it is. They've done studies on it. And I was like, okay, Chrissy, that's fine. Take your time, honey. But, you know what I mean? Don't tell me. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me you ain't never been on your phone, taking a little doo-doo. I mean, sometimes I sit on the toilet because I'm, like, so into what I'm watching, I don't want to move. And then my leg falls asleep. Come on now. Bambi's channel is Bambi's Rambles. It's her name that she's in here under. Which Bambi like melted my heart the other night because she's like, I made my channel because of you. I'm like, oh, you inspired me to make my channel. I almost cried. Then I got off live and I went to tell Kyle. I was like, oh my God, you'll never believe what happened. I wonder, I gotta scroll back and see if any of y'all admitted it to me. I feel like somebody. Oh my God, I can't believe she did that. I was there sadly. She did what? Take a poo-poo? In my opinion, they sell other snacks and goodies, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Heather. Totally agree with you. And why else would she be high as a kite at work? Anyone else would fire her. Absolutely. Anyone would fire her. If I showed up to work like that, oh my Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I actually showed up to work like that one time, and my work had an intervention with me. I thought I was totally fine, but I wasn't. I was like slurring my words. I was working at a McDonald's in Inglewood, Florida. I went to work, and like I had done so much stuff that my tongue was swollen. I could hardly talk, but I thought I was fine because I was so out of it. And I like worked maybe a half hour of my shift. I was in the drive-thru, and like I'm a fast person. Like I've worked in restaurant forever. And I remember all of a sudden, like, they were looking at me all weird, and I was, like, getting super paranoid, and then I kept brushing it off, thinking that it was because I hadn't slept in, like, 3 days, plus I was doing so much stuff. Well, they ended up telling me they needed to talk to me, and I was like, okay. And then they were like, they sat me down, and they're like, you need help. And I'm like, I thought they were joking. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, I couldn't even speak. Like, I was slurring my, like, exactly how Ashley is. Slurring my words, like, all that kind of stuff. And, like, customers couldn't understand me. And they were like, no, they thought I was drunk. They didn't know I was, like, on drugs. They thought I was drunk. Because that's how bad I was slurring my words. And then they, like, made me, like, breathe on them. And I'm like, I don't drink. And, well, I mean, I didn't drink like that back then. And they were like, you need help, like, we're here to help you, like, you'll still have your job. Like, they did this whole, like, intervention thing on me, and it was crazy. Of course, I denied everything and just said I was tired, but yeah, she's really smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. Well, Justice for Kayla, I am. I can't deny it. I take a little time to poop, man. That's why when we buy, while we're trying to buy a house right now, people will send me, like, the real estate people will send me, like, cute little, like, 4-bedroom houses with a 1 bathroom. And I'm like, nah, we need, like, 2 bathrooms in this house. Because I got a boyfriend that poops every 5 minutes, and I take forever to poop. Plus, we got 2 kids. No, it ain't happening. We need 2 bathrooms. It's not even for, like, vanity reasons, right? Because usually, like, the woman's like, I need my own bathroom for, like, my beauty stuff. And I'm like, nope, we need 2 bathrooms because if I need to poop, I want to sit and relax. I don't want to be rushing. And my boyfriend poops all the time. And then I got kids always trying to poop the same time I'm pooping. We need 2 bathrooms. I don't know how this turned into all this conversation about poop. Somehow this will be twisted into me making fun of her, though, which I'm not. I'm literally making fun of myself, but somehow this will. Can you please delete my email so it doesn't show up on the posted live repeat? Where'd you put your email, honey? I just colored my friend's hair for money, so I've been in and out of your live. I'm sorry. Oh, don't be sorry. I am not seeing your email. It's only gonna let me scroll up so far. Oh, do I have it on live chat? Y'all, I do that every freaking time. Hey, I just realized I didn't send you side concept art. Just sent it to your Instagram. It's a concept, so it's gonna look like crap. Oh, I understand that. Like concepts and like drafts and stuff, Rowdy. So that's fine. No problem. Thank you, Alyssa. I was gonna say I didn't see an email. I know Bambi put her email in there. I figured you did, Carrie. Carrie's really good about catching that stuff. Alyssa's, all my mods are really great. I have really great mods, like great mods. Like I cannot be more appreciative of how good my mods are. They're super great. I can't believe every single time I do a live, I forget to put it on live chat. And I always forget and then remember just because of when I got spammed from those a-hole accounts where they were like, oh, she's so dumb. She doesn't even have it on live chat. And I'm like, I am dumb. I didn't have it on live chat. I had it on top chat. Carrie is so sweet. Oh my God. Try not. Yeah, Carrie is really sweet. I love Carrie. Well, thanks, Heather. Someone told her to not forget to wash her hands. Yeah, she probably doesn't. I doubt she's washing her hands right now. I mean, I don't have water and I literally have hand sanitizer everywhere. But I know when I was like where she's at right now, I didn't care about washing my hands. I'm careless. I remember my first son's father, the one that I was talking about earlier in my live that I was with for 10 years. He is a germaphobe. And he used to get so grossed out by me because I wouldn't shower, like, for weeks, y'all. And when I would shower, I wouldn't even wash my body. Like, I would wash my hair because I didn't want my hair to look greasy, but, like, I wouldn't wash my body because I didn't care. Or I'd be sick. You know, that kind of sick when you don't have your stuff and you're hooked on it kind of sick. And I would just take a shower or a bath just so, like, to calm my restlessness and, like, my body aches. But I wouldn't wash myself. I literally would just stand there and let the water pour on me. because I was like a walking dead person, basically. Literally. I wouldn't wash my hands. Sometimes I wouldn't even change my clothes. Like, for long periods of time, y'all. Like, I remember one time I got released out of jail and I went to a homeless shelter. I didn't even have shoes. I had to walk, like, I think it was like 7 or 8 miles to the homeless shelter from the jail. And I had no freaking shoes in Florida on hot pavement. I had the worst blisters on the bottom of my feet from that hot ass tar. Oh, it hurt so bad. I kept trying to walk on the grass. Oh my God. Oh, I do not miss those days. One of the times I had to, because every time I got arrested, I didn't have somebody to pick me up when I got released. So I would do my sentence and then get released at the ass crack of dawn. One time I stole a bike, some little kid's bike. It had a flat tire. Oh my God. Like, there's so many bad things that happen. So many bad things. Mary Jane, has she woken up yet? Oh, is she sleeping? Oh, wait, hold on. Nikki, I have a white one. Amazing. It's the only one I'll sleep with now. Bed Bath & Beyond has Ugg Fox rabbit fur blankets, and it looks so soft. Ooh, Nikki, that sounds good. I still love my Unhide blankets. I swear by these blankets because they're like super soft, but they're not super heavy, but they're super warm. I mean, you can get these are the little Marsh ones. They have the big Marsh ones, and those are like thick. I want to get one when winter comes, but I literally own like 6 of these blankets. I own like 2 of the small ones and 2 of the medium ones, and then actually I think I own 4 medium ones and 2 small. I own 6 of them. That I do know for sure. But I love these so much. Like, I have one on my bed right here. I have one here. Each one of my kids has one. Kyle has one. I have one downstairs. I freaking love these. And if you love Unhide blankets, like, if you want to try these, I know they're kind of expensive. Well, they are not kind of. They're expensive. But if you use the code BLANKET20, that's a code they always have running. You get 20% off. And they have so many colors. Like, they have this really pretty, it's not showing on camera, but it's like a purple silver color. And then they have this, I have the, it's called like Charlie something, but it's like a really pretty brown. And then they have a rose gold. They have a white one, like a cream one, which I have that one too. And then they have this mocha one. But, oh my God, these are so freaking nice. Like, so nice. And they stay soft. You know when you have like a soft blanket and then you wash it and then it's not soft anymore? Like, these actually stay soft. Like, this has been washed and look how soft it still is. And I got my first one, which is the cream one that I have, which I gave to my son because as I got more, I started passing them down to everybody in the family. But I got the first Unhide blanket from a FabFitFun last summer. And I just have accumulated them over time. And then with the FabFitFun, they always do like super discounted stuff in their like store. So I got a ton of these for like 20 bucks. Like, I think 3 or 4 of the ones I've bought were like it from the FabFitFun store. So I've only paid, well, I've never paid full price because I've always used a discount, but I've only bought them from the Unhide website twice. So 4 blankets I've gotten from FabFitFun. And they were super, super reduced in price because you get so many discounts if you're a FabFitFun subscription person. I love FabFitFun. Love it so much. By the way, I hope everybody got their starter box emails. I had one person that had a problem with their starter boxes or getting the email for the starter boxes, but I realized after that it probably... And I told them this, it probably came from my personal email, which is like kind of it's an email that I've had since I was like 17. So they were probably like, who is this from? But I still have a few FabFitFun starter boxes. You just have to pay, I think it's $7.95 for shipping. So you don't pay me. I don't get anything. You just pay them. I go to their site and then I enter your email address and then they send you a link and then you just pay shipping and then they give you like, it's called a starter box, but it's where you can basically get a taste of what FabFitFun is. I love FabFitFun. I think Carrie's still in here. That wasn't my get down, but I had my own addiction. People like Ashley keep me sober. If it works if you work it. Absolutely, Heather. I'm very grateful, or I'm very glad for your sobriety and happy for your sobriety. Does her pay increase the longer the videos are? The more ads and watch time definitely matters because it boosts her in the algorithm. So anytime you click on one of her videos, she's getting paid. Even if you watch a second of it. It's what I try explaining to people, but they don't understand it. I want a weighted blanket. Yeah, I've heard really good things about weighted blankets, but I've never tried them. If you try one, Haley, and get one, let me know how it is. She almost whacked her face off the table asleep a while ago. Oh, that sounds awful beefy. It won't work. It says for Canada only, so we have to use Facebook. My name is the same as here. I'm in the US. Oh yeah, Carrie's in Canada. What brand is the blanket? It's called Unhide. Like Unhide. Unhide. And it's fox fur. It's not real fur. Yep, blanket 20. I would think so, but not 100% sure. Tarrah might know since she does lives, but I do not, to be honest. I'd say she does. What, Bobby? I didn't see Bobby's. Oh, I already answered it. Yeah, so Bobby, how it works, I actually didn't know you could get monetized or you could monetize your live streams, like, as your live. Ashley actually, like, brought that to my attention. I've been doing YouTube for so long. That's why I say that she's smart and she will figure out any nook and cranny way of making money. But yeah, if you click on her video, you're welcome, Heather. If you click on one of her videos and there is an ad there, she's getting paid. And then the longer you watch, so even if you just watch for a second, that's why a lot of creators put an ad in the beginning of their video. Now, if you watch longer, YouTube's algorithm very favors watch time. It's called watch time, right? So the longer you watch her content, the more it boosts her in the algorithm, which means the more it recommends her content, the more when she goes live, it notifies people that she's live. So even if you're watching for a few minutes, like some people say, oh, well, I just went to this timestamp or whatever. Doesn't matter. And then when she uploads those lives, she can add more ads to the content. So if people go back and watch that content, she gets paid through that too. Which I've had some people say, well, oh, you realize how much money you're making off of Ashley, which I have to laugh at that. You realize how much money you're making off Ashley, that's why you keep making content about her. I honestly have not made that much money off of covering Ashley. And I stopped making my like tonight's live wasn't going to be about Ashley, but I wanted to just like hang out and chat, and that's what the conversation went to. I didn't put her in my title. I didn't do any of that. But and a lot of my lives recently have been like that, but a lot of my lives to do with Ashley get demonetized. Sometimes they get remonetized, but they get demonetized because of the subjects that I'm talking about. So like both of my long, like, sit-down, non-live Ashley Cat videos were monetized, demonetized, monetized, demonetized, back and forth. And anyone that followed me on TikTok watched as it went yellow, green, and I was talking about it and why it kept going yellow to green, and you can have it manually reviewed, but it takes YouTube a few days. And once they manually review it and say that it's good for monetization, then that doesn't keep happening. I mean, well, they can still demonetize it later, but for the most part, they don't demonetize it again. But if it's demonetized when most of the people are going to watch that content, you don't make money off that, right? So if the core audience was going to watch that, if the core audience was going to watch that video in the first 12 hours, which is usually when it happens, and that video is demonetized, you didn't make anything off of it. You see what I'm saying? And like, you don't make that much money as a small creator on YouTube. You don't. Like, I think what, $200 a month? I mean, like, and that's not from Ashley's content. That's from old content that I've had. Like, honestly, the video that's made me the most money on my YouTube channel is, I think, my Creep Show art video. It's either that one or one of my Joy Sparkles videos. But yeah, it's not my Ashley. It's not any of my Ashley content. Because, again, it kept getting demonetized, then monetized, demonetized, then monetized. And I knew when I made my content on Ashley that it would probably get demonetized. You can't, as a creator, you can't expect your content to be monetized every time, because YouTube is freaking bots, man. They don't. The Creep Show video is how I found you, to be honest. Oh, well, thank you, Cassidy. That was my first, like, I started doing commentary here and there when I made my Creep Show art deep dive. That was my first, like, long form content video. I definitely made mistakes in that video. I actually like Creep Show art, and I like most of her content, but I was just, as a viewer, seeing a lot of inconsistencies, hypocrisies, and things. And we're all hypocritical in ways, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't make that video to be cruel to her. And I think I did a good job not being mean. I just wanted to show different perspectives, but I definitely made mistakes in that video, and there's things I wish I had done better. But I'm really glad I made that video, because, and I was so nervous making that video because I know she has a huge fan base. But a lot of people agreed with a lot of what I had to say, and a lot of people agreed with some things and didn't agree with other things. But yeah, I just felt like I was really passionate about speaking about the things that I felt were wrong with what she was doing. So I did. But I still watch her video, not all of them, because some of them I can't stand, but I still watch some of her content. So, like I say this all the time, a lot of the content I make is on things that I'm watching. I try not to watch people I don't like. It's unhealthy. Ashley's so bad tonight. Cops came. Yeah, I heard that. Oh, I hate that then. Her watch time, there was 1K people in there at one time, then dropped to 620 really fast. Yeah. And you think of that, like 1,000 people, right? So 1,000 people just watch an ad. And then if you're going in and out and you get an ad each time, it's just more money. So say you're like say you're somebody that hops from my live to her live, from my live to her live. Every time you go back to her live, if her live is monetized, she's getting more money. People don't realize that because they don't understand YouTube. I think she may have been trying to get info. I don't know why, though. Tarrah doesn't hide anything. Who was trying to get info, honey? Did I miss something? Is it clothes and assorted items? Are you talking about FabFitFun, Cassidy? So it's like household stuff. Like, I've gotten a lot of kitchen stuff. I've gotten house decor. Actually, if you're curious, Cassidy, go on my channel, or you can just search my name, Tarrah Christine FabFitFun, and I have several unboxings of my FabFitFun boxes on my channel. I filmed my spring FabFitFun unboxing, but I didn't have time to edit it, so I didn't upload it. But when I get my summer box, I will make sure to upload it so you guys can see what you get in the boxes. But I should have a whole playlist for my FabFitFun boxes. It's the only subscription box I get because I've tried every subscription box under the moon, and I was realizing that I was wasting money because I wasn't utilizing like anything in the boxes, or I would like one thing. Whereas with FabFitFun, I like everything, and you can customize so many different things, and it's well worth the money, in my opinion. And if you can find someone that has a code, then you can get money off your box as well, which is awesome. But yeah, Kyle's always like, you need to be sponsored by FabFitFun because you freaking love that box and talk about it all the time. I'm like, he's like, you and those damn blankets and FabFitFun. I'm like, I know, like for real though, because I like to talk about things that I love. I need to see your creep show art video. Not a fan after learning more about her. Well, it's on my channel, Rowdy. I think it's my most viewed channel, or my most viewed video right now on my channel, actually. And it's not that far back, but if you just type in my name and creep show art, it'll pop up. Like I said, it's not my best content. Like, I mean, I've gotten, a lot of people love that video that I made, like a lot of people. And I grew from that video, but I definitely made mistakes. It's not perfect. Sadly, they are there for the train wreck. People love drama. It is what it is. Absolutely. I knew she was smart. Thank you for explaining that. And even skipping the ads gives them money, right? I've been reporting her videos like crazy, but it's not doing any good. So yes, even if you skip the ad, I'm almost positive, because you have the option as a YouTuber to have skippable ads, full play, non-skippable ads, bumper ads. So if she has an ad somewhere where it just shows up on like the bottom, like it's not like a commercial, she's getting paid. Even if you don't see an ad going like a commercial type ad, there could still be an ad somewhere on there. And we're so used to seeing ads now that sometimes we don't even realize they're there, right? So, yeah, she's still getting paid. And as far as, there was something else you asked me. Oh, the reporting stuff. Do not report content, and this goes for any creator, unless there is a valid reason. Valid reasons, which you can Google. What are what are reasons to report a video on YouTube? So reasons could be, this is just examples: doxing, scamming, harassment, bullying, drug use, SI, anything like that. Report, right? You really shouldn't be reporting content unless there are reasons, because that's mass reporting, which is against YouTube's rules, even as a viewer. And two, it just shows YouTube that creator is being mass reported. So when you're reporting for a valid reason, they're not going to take it as serious. But I will tell you, between the membership stuff that's been going on, the dislikes, the stuff that people have tagged YouTube in, the stuff I've sent them, hopefully they've seen, maybe they'll realize something, but I don't know, maybe. I started in there, but there was no ad that I can recall. Like I said, Bobby, like, we see ads all the time. Like, a lot of creators do the ads that are like in the corner, like at the bottom, or like in the I forget what they're called. They're called something. But just because you don't see a commercial type ad doesn't mean there's not an ad somewhere. Well, Cassidy, I technically have a code for FabFitFun, but I don't think I get anything. Like, I don't think it's an affiliate code or anything. I think, like, I don't think it is anyways. I think it just gets, like, people money off if they use it. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check. I've never used it, so I don't know. I knew small creators didn't make much money from YouTube. She needs to be demonetized, in my opinion. I agree. Right now, she should be demonetized. I am trying so hard to not go watch her, but she's bad again and keeps covering the camera, so all you hear is shallow breathing. I understand, Amanda, and I say this all the time, watching her is not, if it's not good for your mental health or your recovery, don't do it. There's definitely 1,000% somebody in that live that will call authorities if something happens, okay? And the other thing too is, what was I going to say? Some of the stuff she does, I don't believe all of it. Some of it she's doing because she knows people are going to keep watching. So, They're at her house again. Oh my God. Also, Edwin's generation, his lives started to annoy the fuck out of me. Yeah, Cassidy, his lives, he's like a totally different person on his live streams. Edwin's generation is the only YouTuber. Well, I think I've sent super chats to a few other YouTubers, but like $5 here, like $10 there. Edwin's generation, I literally sent $50 super chats to because he was trying to cover all the Dobby Vanity stuff, and I thought he was like a genuine dude. And then I was like wanting to watch his live streams because I'm like, oh, I want to support this creator, whatever. Again, super chats or whatever you. I would like watch them as I would go to sleep because he would stream for hours, right? And then I started realizing like this dude is nothing like he portrays in his videos. And then I started getting sent all this stuff from like different accounts that found my channel. This is before I even talked about him. And my red flags were already going off, and I was sent a lot of really disturbing stuff about Edwin's old content and shit. I planned on doing if you saw my video on Edwin's generation, which was just covering one live stream, I planned on doing a deep dive on Edwin's generation. I ended up not doing it because I felt like Deity, I still feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but I felt like he did an amazing job covering Edwin that I didn't have anything to add. And Edwin has been allegedly harassing this smaller creator that has been covering him for months, over covering him, when that's literally what Edwin does, is cover people. He's a commentary channel, and for him to harass and gaslight and try to manipulate a smaller creator is absolutely disgusting. But I'm not surprised because Edwin literally used sock accounts to try to manipulate his so-called friend Repzilla. I mean, there's a whole lot there, dude. A whole lot with Edwin. Just that friend group in general, man. It's a fucking shady friend group. I would not want friends like that. Let me just say that. We're talking about Miss Ashy Cat, Chrissy. I'm so surprised she's not demonetized yet because of all of her violations. Me too, Alyssa. This girl that has been a supporter of Ashley's live came in and asked if this live was about Ash. I said yes, and other stuff too. And I asked her if everything was okay. She didn't respond. Oh, man. I saw you asking if someone was okay. Yeah, I have premium too, Nikki. But I couldn't see their comment. It wouldn't let me scroll back that far. Oh, so baby Ari was Ashley's person. Oh, well, she came over and thought she was being mean and found out we was not. Good grief. Thank you for explaining the ads, darling. No problem, Bobby. Yeah, I never try to be mean to Ashley. That's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, if there's a valid reason to report someone, then report. But I'm just saying that people always mass report her, and that's doing more harm than good. Okay, Nikki. Let's do it, girl. Can you, like, wash my hair for me? I actually got to wash my hair last night, though, so I can't really complain. I mean, I thought I gave a valid reason, but I'm glad you schooled me on this YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. No, like I said, if you feel like it's a valid reason, more power to you, Bobby. I'm just saying that there's so many people that are reporting just because they don't like her, or, you know, they want her off the platform. Like, they just don't have a valid because sometimes during her lives, not always, but sometimes during her lives, like, she's semi-alert, you know, she's maybe not nice, but like, she's not doing anything to break TOS. So absolutely, Heather, 1000%. I say this all the time. Do not call the police unless it is an emergency. Now, I don't know what's going on right now, so it could be an emergency, but Should people report for saying the R word? I don't know, just curious. I would. That's something I would report for. But then again, I mean, I say yes, but then again, no, because like there are some like commentary channels. Let me put it this way. If you feel something violates terms of service and it's worth reporting, you are more than welcome to report that. I will say there are some more controversial commentary channels because there's a niche for that where people do use that word and do think it's okay because they think it's a definition for being stupid. You know, that kind of a thing, chicken wings. So it's kind of like, you know, like there's commentary channels that make content because they and say things a certain way because they know it will offend people. That's their whole point, you know? That's the whole reason why they are the way that they are. Augie and Edwin's other friends suck. I agree, Cassidy. Calling the police takes... Oh, I heard of that. Plus, Edwin did that Onision doc on Discovery, then got angry at his audience who disapproved. Absolutely, Rowdy. And Deity's video, Deity, I think is how you say his name, his Edwin deep dive videos, he proved that Edwin was using one of his sock accounts or old accounts to get into Repzilla's head during Repzilla's live stream because Repzilla did a live stream when he was asked to be on the docuseries, like asking his audience, and Edwin used an old account, basic sock account, and that Repzilla did not know and was like basically trying to talk him out of doing the docuseries. You'd have to go check out Deity's thing, but he did so much research for these deep dive videos and found so much dirt. And yeah, it's a lot. It goes super deep and very dark. And like I said, that's supposed to be his friend. Like, they're supposed to be friends. And I already thought that Edwin was kind of rude to Repzilla because I remember it was one of the live streams when I, like, had red flags going on about Edwin, but, like, I wasn't, like, not supporting him anymore. But I remember Repzilla was coming into... It had to do something with monetization with, like, the rating system on YouTube, which you guys probably won't understand. But there's a rating system on YouTube where you once you reach a certain subscriber count, you start to rate your own channel, and then YouTube goes off of, like, monetization and all this other stuff. I would love to see how Ashley does with her rating when she finally gets that. But anyway, so Repzilla had called in on Edwin's live chat and was talking about a theory he had, and Edwin basically made him, like, look stupid on his live chat and, like, didn't really listen to him and was like, okay, bro, and, like, it was just, like, really demeaning. And, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Repzilla, but, like, Repzilla has had, like, a brain injury and, like, you know, like, I don't know, it was just, like, really nasty the way that he was towards him, I felt, and, like, condescending. And I'm, like, thinking, like, that's your friend, dude? But then again, I'm also thinking, like, well, maybe that's just how their friendship is because we don't know how it is off camera. Oh, real quick, before I get in the shower, I got a microwave that is also a conventional oven and an air fryer. That sounds amazing, Nikki. I think EMTs may really check her out. I hope so, Bobby. Oh, I know you're not ever mean, darling. You do great. I try not to be mean. Not saying I never have been, because I probably have. Like, the comment I left on her YouTube one time was kind of sassy. But I try not to be mean. I hate watching her. It's like seeing my family who are users. It's awful. I'm sorry, Rowdy. I have been watching her since February, and it's gotten worse since all the creators have made videos about her. I mean, I think that could contribute to it, but it's kind of like when you're in recovery and people say, oh, well, this person made me relapse. No one can make you relapse, right? Just like no one can make someone use drugs more. I I don't believe Ashley was ever sober. I feel like she was probably down to a small amount of stuff and was, I hate the word functioning, but she was like getting by, if you know what I mean, just enough to fool everybody that she was sober. I don't think she was, to be honest, at all. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit that I'm wrong. But yeah, you can't blame it on people making videos. I don't agree with a lot of the videos that are made about her and the clips that are done and the making fun of her and all that jazz. But at the same time, again, I've said this a million times, as sad as it is, when you put yourself out on the internet, you have to be, you have to understand that there are going to be people that say things about you that paint you to be somebody you're not. You have to be able to accept constructive criticism. And the other thing too is that Ashley has scammed so many people. She has doxed so many people. She has called people's jobs. She has had people call CPS on mothers that are in recovery that have already had CPS involvement. I mean, there's so many things that she has done. Again, I'm not saying this justifies her being bullied or harassed. I don't agree with that. But at the same time, you can't say that people can't share their stories because it's going to affect her recovery. That's not how it works. It's just not how it works. I'm glad you love Repzilla, Callie. He's not my favorite, but I used to watch his content a lot, but there's certain channels I just can't watch anymore now that I've seen other sides of them. And I feel like once I started getting into the commentary community, I just started peeling back the layers a little bit, but I also don't dislike his content. I mean, that could be Kay Greenhill. I'm just going to call you Greenhill. I could definitely see the bullying stuff getting to her for sure. But the way that she reacts to it, like she feeds the trolls. Again, this is not an excuse for her to be bullied or harassed because I do not agree with it. The number one rule when it comes to trolls as a content creator is to not feed them. And I know it's easier said than done, especially if you're dealing with mental health issues or substance abuse issues, which I'm not saying Ashley is dealing with mental health issues. I'm just saying in general, I'm making a generalization, right? I know I have said stuff back to people that have said things to me before when I probably shouldn't have. Because sometimes when you get mean comment after mean comment or death threat after death threat or whatever, and you know you're already in a bad mood, you might snap back. But the way that she goes about it, I mean, just the way that she treats the people that send her money, right? People are going to talk about that. I'm sorry, but I mean, people are going to talk about that. And I've looked at content from her for like the past year, and I can say like the first few months she was on TikTok, she had her teacher voice and seemed like super nice, but it's slowly the true her came out, you know, and it didn't take long for that facade to go away. All she had to do was a couple live streams and it went away. So people are going to talk when somebody is treating their audience like that. Oh, we're just talking, my love, Chrissy. Fire department can be first responders too. At least in my area, they go out on a call like that. Yeah, in my area too, Bobby. Well, we don't have fire department. We just have EMT, but I've lived in areas, is what I'm saying, where it's like that too. I'm so sick of seeing every other video is another recording of Ashley. Like, it's getting really obsessive. It's literally every other video now. Yeah, Greenhill, I kind of agree with some of these pages taking it too far. Actually, I shouldn't say I do agree with that. And so, you know, we have people that are doing parodies and things like that. And I can understand why some people are trying to take the situation and make it lighthearted and maybe make people laugh because it's really sad to see. And some people cope with comedy, right? But I do have an issue with some of these pages not using trigger warnings. And like you said, it's becoming a lot, especially on TikTok. But I will say that if that kind of content is not what you want to see, you need to let TikTok know, I don't want to see this. You need to not engage with that content, because TikTok's algorithm is very good. So even if you don't like the video or comment on the video, if they see that you're watching that entire video, which they can tell, trust me. Actually, TikTok has one of the best algorithms I've ever seen. Like, their bots are, but anyways, what I'm saying is that if you watch that entire clip, even if you don't engage, TikTok's going to keep showing you that content. 1000%. And if it's really affecting your mental health that much, I would just make a whole new TikTok and start with a whole new algorithm, because I have another account for that, to where I just don't want to see any of that stuff. I have a second account and my algorithm is totally different. Well, I'm judging from what I have, my experience, and know my recovery. No, that's fine. Well, I'm happy for your recovery, Green Hill. Before I found that doxing thing, I always found Edwin to be weird, like he was acting too sensitive or nice, hard to describe, but I always thought he tried too hard to have a nice persona. Yeah, Rowdy, and if you go onto his live streams, like, he would get so cruel to the people in the comments, and like anyone that didn't agree with what he was saying and the narrative that he was pushing. Like I said, the live streams, this is why I watch creators' live streams now, because especially the long live streams, and especially if they've been drinking, because their true colors come out. And it's always sketchy to me when creators don't re-upload their lives, unless they have a Patreon where like their Patreon has access to their lives, then I understand it. But like, if you don't have a Patreon, or if you re-upload your lives and you edit them, I don't know. That's like a red flag for me. Oh, they're called Starface Hydro Stars. They're for pimples. So they come in this like really cute reusable case that's magnetized. It has a little mirror on it. And then you use these little stars, and they're pimple stars, and then you just rebuy the stars. I was sent them. I like the concept because it's less waste. And then they have like rainbow ones too. They're super cute. They don't work well on cystic pimples that haven't had a head yet, but I'm going to see how they work on pimples that have a head. I've seen her blame her viewers for a possible relapse in all them names. Her mods just kiss her butt more. It's peculiar. I'm not going to say that word. Strange. They are sadists. If someone ever wrote a book on dealing with trolls, it was written by a troll. Just protect yourself best you can, right? I've never used, that's why I say I don't know her, and I can say what it is. I mean, I've seen addicts. My bestie's husband is active. I see the signs and such. Where do I find a microwave like that? I know, right? That's like the best microwave. Now I'm mad I didn't know of this microwave, Nikki, before I just bought my new microwave. Walmart 110. Is that how much you spent at Walmart, Nikki? Oh, is that how much your thingy was? Your microwave? I report every video that is rude and bullying, not the ones that are genuine. Yeah, I can understand that. Green Hill. Do you know the name of the account that asked our locations and was in Ash? There was someone that asked your location, Alyssa? And was it in my live? Wait, I'm so confused. Nobody better be asking that. Do you know the name of the account that asked our locations and was it in Ash's live, in Ash's chat? Wait, earlier where people were, like when someone came in and asked where everyone was from? I hope not. It seems like a great deal. What brand is it? What all does it do again? I lost your comment on it. Oh, that's the microwave. So many people are like, I mean, that sounds like a freaking cool microwave. I am a software dev and I know all about algorithms. They're spot on. I think you missed my comments about methadone age. That was my reference. Oh, yes, I did miss some Green Hill. Sorry about that. I totally missed them. That makes sense now. I'm sorry, Green Hill. Nikki, everyone wants your microwave. Are you talking about these, Chrissy? I guess you can get them at Target. I don't have a Target near me. They aren't that expensive. You can also get them at online. This is what they're called, Starface, like just Starface. I'm sure if you Google Starface, it'll pop up, or Starface skincare. And then they also make these pore strips too. I believe they make a cleanser, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, I'm excited. They're cruelty free too, which is always lovely. It's okay, Green Hill. It's been a rough couple of days, like just with my personal life and everything too, so. I'm a new subscriber here, so I don't know all the names yet. I gotta move my, I'm gonna have to move you guys over a little bit because my battery is getting low. Wah! I'm probably gonna have to get off here soon too, guys, because I still need to do a little bit of editing. Are the police still at Ashley's, by the way? Did they check her out at least or anything? I'm gonna have to hold you guys. I'm gonna have to hold you. The police have been there twice so far. And then they went to Ashley's live commenting, so someone saw them after they were here. They are still there? Tarrah, they asked where we were all from. Okay, yeah, I did see that. And then now I feel like a dumb butt because I was like, oh yeah, where are we all from? She went into Ashley's, but I screenshot her name to block. Yeah, I don't blame you, Heather. I remember that now that you guys are talking about it. The states we live in are so gonna help pin down peeps. I know, right, Rowdy? I mean, for me, I think it was easy for people to find me just because I live in such a small area. But, like, if you live in, like, a big area, you good. I feel like you're gravy. No, she said... No, she just said it was trolls. Has her family been on recently? They used to be on a lot. No, not that I've seen. I mean, I've seen... I know that her sister came forward and said she didn't want to make Ashley content anymore. But I honestly haven't been to her page in a while. Aw, thank you, Heather. I think so too. I've had a lot of fun tonight. I really need to get on here and like just hang out. And I appreciate all you guys that have like hung out with me and like just let me vent in the beginning of this chat if you were here. I appreciate it so much because I just needed to chat. Like that's why I said I need to talk because I needed to talk. If they can find my location from Texas, I'll be impressed, right? Not here on TikTok. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Green Hill. Aw, thank you, Bobby. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm literally not worried about it. There's nothing she can do at all. Yeah, I agree, Alyssa. Honey, you were just following along with the chat. You are not dumb. Yeah, I know. Well, I usually do ask too, like, where are you from if you feel comfortable saying. No, they left. They got bored. Yeah. I'm not very entertaining when it comes to, like, if you're looking for, like, a freak out or something. That's so creepy. Imagine finding someone's address and showing up, right? I feel like I would be even more scared if someone showed up to my house because, like, they would have to do some deep freaking digging to find my house. Like, deep freaking digging. And then I would feel, like, so violated. It's been cool to chat. We should Zoom, LOL, or YouTube should make Zooms, like, for rooms for lives. That would be so cool. Well, you can call in. I need to figure it out, though. I don't think I can do it with my Wi-Fi. I have to use my phone to do lives because my Wi-Fi is so crappy. But if I had better Wi-Fi, like, when I move, like, when we buy our house, our new house, I'm probably gonna have better internet. Then I want to do it so I can have people call in and stuff so we can, like, talk and chat and, like, people can voice their opinions even if they're not the same as mine, especially, like, on topics that I'm talking about. Like, say we'll just use the Turnabout Ranch video for example. So, like, I would put that video out and then later that night, so say I put it out in the morning, then later that night I would have a live chat where I would have people call in and they could tell me, like, oh, I agree with this, or why didn't you add this, or did you know about this, or you should also look into this, or, you know, that's kind of what I want. Yeah, I'd be really surprised if they find mine too, Alyssa. I recommend the Brave or Opera browser simply because of the built-in VPN. I've tried posting on her page and nothing, never even showed up as a participant in her lives. Yeah, I need to get a VPN actually, Beefy. They don't want to show up at one at my house. Thanks for letting me vent about things. I appreciate it so much. Oh, no problem, Bobby. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, where I live, it's like backwoods country. So, like, if people even, first of all, even if someone had my address, technically my address doesn't even show up as my address, if that makes sense. Like, if you GPS it or something. Second of all, the place that people end up going to if they GPS my address and have never been here, that person, let's just say I live in rural America and everyone carries where I live. And and I live in a small town where everyone knows everyone knows what everyone drives. Like, if you're an out-of-stater, like, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, like, I feel pretty protected where I live. Like, I feel like I would feel less safe if I lived in a city, actually, which is really weird, right? Like, I feel, as far as, like, people coming to my house, I would feel a lot less safe about it in a city than in where I live. Yeah, I haven't tried Clubhouse. I honestly don't even have the time to even try to figure out another app. I mean, I've heard a lot of really good things about Clubhouse. I just don't have time. I live in a van down by the river. Dream life. Your lives are so comfy besides the heavy topics. You are so fun to chat live. Thank you, Cassidy. I'm in a tiny place. Not you being bored, silly. She's been buffering and black screen all night. That is boring. Hey, but people watch it. I just can't even imagine. I went from Texas to California. Huge privacy shock. Oh, I bet. Well, I guess it also depends on what part of California. Because, like, I've been to parts of California that are super rural. Like, very rural. Oh, I just can't even imagine. Oh, I read that. Yeah, and that's how it is around here. Like, everybody hunts, everybody carries, like I said, everybody knows everybody. So, like, you know if someone's an outsider. Yes, like, you people that live in the country know what I'm talking about. Like, it'd be so hard to find my where I live. Yeah, exactly, Beefy. There's people that watch it. There's people that sit there and screen record the whole thing. Which I get why some people do it, but my boxer pit and German Shepherd would not be happy if someone showed up like that, just saying. Oh yeah, dogs are good to have. Oh my god, the other night when she was like threatening she wouldn't be able to come on because Wi-Fi and she needs people to buy her Wi-Fi. Yeah, I can't believe that. All right, those of you that wanted to know about the microwave, Nikki just posted about the microwave. Yeah, the entitlement is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I couldn't even imagine asking people for money. I live in the middle of cow pastures and no neighbors in sight, so have fun finding it. How did I see you were live? What do you mean, Manda Pants? I'm about to get off my live, actually. I saw you did your live, Manda Pants, when I came on. I've had a rough last couple days. I've been getting attacked from the Ashley clan, and it's been rough. Coming from my sobriety, all that. Look at all my stars. Oh my god, Manda Pants, by the way, you might think this is funny. Somebody made, it's not funny that they made a low cow about Ashley. That's not what's funny, but on the low cow post, somebody mentioned my videos, and then people brought up videos that I made 2 years ago when I was like in the middle of a mental breakdown, and like started saying that I throw tantrums and stuff, and like how I should take that content down. And I'm like, no, why would I take that content down? It shows growth, right? I might take it down now because I think I'm gonna do a video addressing all of that, but I'm like, dude, I talk about my old content and how it shifted so much, but I don't know. It's crazy how you can change as a person, right? And your content changes, but and it's not even like I ever did anything horrible. It's like all dumb stuff. But anyways, yeah, so I've just been dealing with a lot, and people, like I said, trying to come for my recovery, and my lives keep getting stormed. Luckily that didn't happen tonight, but it is what it is. My water gets cold so fast. I hate it. I have to turn the hot off when I wash and stuff, and it still gets cold. Sorry, Tarrah. I know you don't have water right now, and I'm complaining about the cold. No, it's okay. I'm hoping that we'll have water soon with all the rain that's here. The plumber still hasn't been here though. But like I said, we're like pretty freaking sure that it is from the neighbor that built or dug their new well, because our point just is not deep enough. It only goes down like, I think 50 feet, Kyle said, or 40 feet. Like, it's not very deep. And they went down like 400 feet. So they have all our groundwater. That's why I can't wait to buy a new house. Oh, she did block the girl? Oh my gosh. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You know, if you need anything, you can message me. I know that, Amanda. I was talking about this earlier, Amanda, when I was like venting at the beginning of this live. Is like, I'm always that one that everyone talks to, and I want people to talk to me. But I think from just like having people use my past against me and things that I've told them in private, not like in the last few years or whatever, but like from as long as I can remember, it makes it really hard for me to talk to people one-on-one because I feel like they're going to hold it over my head or like hold it against me. I feel better talking about it like to everybody, because then it's like, oh, well, at least I've said it. You know, at least I'm the one who whatever, you know, exposed myself, exposed my own feelings. Thank you for the compliments for those who watched it. Yeah, a lot of people liked your videos, or your video, and a lot of people came in here saying that your live tonight was really good. It's a mess. It's crazy how they will say some are doing this to her, but they do worse to others. Shows they can't see true people who care. Exactly, Amanda. That's the thing. It's like, and like we have, I don't know if you've done a lot of research, Amanda, on TikTok, but Like we have Mama Karen who started hashtag Ashley's Family, and then I've been getting submissions for a ton of people, like people that don't even like Ashley have sent me videos trying to reach her to get her to understand that she needs help, that she's loved, she's supported, we want to be here for her. I was sent her address like the day she moved into her apartment, and you would think after her calling CPS, or I don't know if it was her, but somebody calling from her clan CPS on me, people calling my job, the threats that I've gotten, all that jazz, that I would have been like, the doxing, that I would have been like, oh well, here's her address, or here's this, that, or the other. No, I could never imagine doing that. She's called me every name in the book, every freaking name in the book. I'm a B word, a C word, a this, a that. I've never called her a name ever, because I know how it feels to be there, and I just want her to understand. No, it's okay, Carrie. You okay, honey? I just want her to get help. And then to have like your minions come in and tell me that I'm in relapse mode, like, eh. Her screen has been black for quite some time. She claims YouTube is glitching. Strange that ours hasn't been black all night. Yeah, and it's like pouring rain and windy here. So, I mean, YouTube definitely does glitch, but like I doubt it's that. Like I said, she knows people are going to keep watching, so she's going to keep doing it because she's making money off of it. Point blank, period. I only had one who came in and was being a stutter. Totally understand the aspect of wanting the transparency with everyone rather than risking it being exposed. Oh yeah, definitely. For sure. Like I would much rather it be that way. And that, like, I'm pretty comfortable with my past and things like that, but the two things that I feel like no one should come for is people, well, there's more than two things: people's mental health, people's recovery, and people's children. Hands down, point blank, period. Family in general, man. Even with the without a crystal ball stuff. And like I said this earlier too, like me and her have our own history. A lot of people think that I'm like her team without a crystal ball. No, I'm not. I just stopped because I felt like her mental health was getting worse. And I felt like people were taking it overboard, like with calling CPS on her and coming for her child and all that other jazz. That's why I stopped, because there were so many people that were coming for her looks, coming for her edges, like all this stuff that didn't matter. There was way bigger fish to fry. And when she was talking about SI things, I reached out to her. I put being a content creator and the way that I felt about her aside, and I reached out to her because I was genuinely worried about her. Genuinely worried about her. And then you had like Cheryl's World over there freaking saying, oh, this, that, and like trying to diagnose her and like all this other jazz. And there's just so many people that have made, just, I call it hate content. Like there's one thing to bring awareness and to prove your point, but you don't need to hit below the belt. You don't need to come for people's family. You don't need to come for people's livelihood. Like, just don't do it. Don't send your supporters to do it. And again, I'm not saying that people like KJ are right in what they've done, because there's, and I've told her this, I don't agree with a lot of things that you've done. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. But I also don't agree with people hitting below the belt, coming for your motherhood, coming for any of that. And I feel like that should be an unspoken rule, hands down, point blank, period. Mental health, recovery, children, family, that kind of thing, chicken wing. Like, no ma'am. No ma'am. A gal named Tarrah's over there. She's going off on them thinking it's you. Oh man, I feel so bad for that person. Oh my god, I feel so bad for them. Are you serious, CB? Oh, I really hope it. I really feel bad for that girl. Because you have no idea what that girl... Oh, and she's probably so out of it, she doesn't realize that that's... She has me blocked and muted. So you would think she would know that that's not the same girl, like that we're not the same person. That's not true. She was trying to figure main account out. Well, this is my main account. So, like, my name, I have 3 YouTube channels. I think only 3. I have 3 YouTube channels. I have this YouTube channel, which is my main account. I have a vlog channel with my boyfriend that I hardly ever have time to put content on. And then I have another channel called Talking with Tarrah, which I started because I want to do a recovery podcast on there. And I started that like a year ago. I just haven't had time to make content on there. Her main account, the Tarrah girl, not you. Oh, okay. I was like, this is my main account. I get bipolar, and like I said earlier, because I'm bipolar, I get like a million ideas when I'm manic. So I'm like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel for that. That's why I have like a variety of content on my channel. Without a crystal ball is a mess, and there are some who do prove some of what she says because they go too far. I have had very strict boundaries with talking about her and the concerns. Yeah, you have to, Amanda Pants. I stopped talking about her because which is probably my fault because I talked to her personally. So I'll never share what we talked about. Again, I don't agree with a lot of the things she said. She knows this. I was honest with her about it. But I probably shouldn't have talked to her because I do think it hindered me from making more content. But with that being said, before I even talked to her, because like I said, I reached out because of everything that was going on with her SI statements. Before I even talked to her, I had decided I didn't want to talk about her anymore. I had recorded a video like the day before she had posted that stuff, and then she posted that stuff, and Cheryl's World said something. I reached out to her because I was worried for her because CPS had already been called at that time. She was breaking down. It was a lot. And Amanda, if you've been watching the whole thing, you know, I don't even follow any content to do with her anymore. I just can't. I don't talk to her anymore. I don't follow content to do with her. But I felt like it was getting unhealthy for me. Like I had to step away because it's kind of like with Ashley, like with how some people feel about Ashley because it's been a year of people covering Ashley on TikTok and re-uploading her in her deepest, darkest times. It's very exploitative. People making fun of her, that kind of a thing. It's like that on YouTube with Katie, in my opinion. Like it just got like I was getting burnt out. I couldn't watch her content anymore. It was so negative. There were so many people covering it. It was like no creator on this platform wasn't covering it. I think I made 1 or 2 videos on her, and I was like one of the earlier people to start. This is like before, I believe it was before the Tati stuff, but it was when like the Sophie stuff happened, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I never uploaded that 3rd video or that video that I had filmed before I reached out to her. And then I filmed the one in response to Cheryl's World, like talking about her mental health and having people call in and speculate her mental health. I was so disgusted. And then after that, I was like, I can't do it. So I just stopped. I stopped all around. And like I've checked on her every now and again when like things have gotten really bad again. But other than that, I just couldn't do it. It was just like I said, everybody, and there's still people covering stuff. It's like how people cover Shane Dawson is how it's gotten with Without a Crystal Ball. Like it's just too much. I can't do it. Nothing's going to change. If the lawsuit didn't wake her up to begin with, then nothing's going to change. I think she's stuck in her ways. It is what it is. That's who she is, and either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. I do believe that there's more than what people, I don't know, maybe I'll talk to you about it, Amanda, behind the scenes, but there is definitely more to the story. And when you start peeling back the layers, and this isn't even from me talking to her, this is me doing my own research because I started thinking at things at like critical thinking. And when you start like peeking behind the curtain past all the noise and realize what channel started doing what when and who's tied to who when, and like look at the lawsuit that Tati's business partner had against, like there's a lot with that, like but I had to take a break. I had to. It was too freaking mentally draining and I got so burnt out. Sorry, I got to go back to the comments. I could go on a rant when it comes to the KJ stuff. Might be the Libra in me, but I try to see every aspect of the situation. And when it came to that, like I was with following everybody's narrative until, and I was a fan of Katie's in the beginning. Like I followed her like when she only had a couple thousand subscribers, and she grew pretty quickly for YouTube standards, right? Once she started making consistent content. But yeah, there's just so much more to that story than what people saw. And like I said, if you start peeling the layers back, oh, it just goes to show you how like commentary community, drama channel community, that kind of stuff can take something and just make somebody like the public enemy #1. I'm so upset with the people who dress up as her and stuff. I've reported some, honestly. Yeah, Alyssa, so I'm guilty of something with that. When I first saw the one that dresses up as her as a parody, there was one video I saw. It was only one. I saw it on my For You page, and it wasn't that bad. Like, it was just like one where they were mimicking her being mean to people, and I stitched it, and I thought it was funny. I didn't realize that they made content, like literally. And I've talked to this creator, like I have no issues with the creator. I think the creator is doing it just to like give a lighthearted side of things, because this is so sad to watch, right? So I don't think this creator has any ill intentions, but I started watching some of the other content they were making and it didn't sit right with me. I ended up deleting that stitch. And yeah, so I agree with that, but I also understand that like a lot of the people that are watching her are in recovery and they're trying to cope in their own way, and comedy does help with a lot of people like coping. So it's just it's hard. I don't know. Good night. I don't know who I'm saying good night to, but oh, good night, Green Hell. Thank you for being here. Back again, Chrissy, back again. I personally think she is to the point where she hardly knows what's going on. I agree, Marnie. Wow, girl, your viewing numbers just jumped a little bit. They did. I wonder what's going on. They usually jump when I'm about to get bombarded. As long as they don't get to 100 plus, I'm good. Then I start getting overwhelmed. How do we find your other channels if you feel comfortable sharing? I usually link my other channels in my, like, on my regular videos, not my lives. I link my other channels. I've talked to her in a private a few times, and I have shared part of it where she lied about it, but otherwise I've kept her convo private. Yeah, that I could understand, Mandy. Or Manda, not Mandy. And, like, I could tell when she was talking to me, she was super paranoid talking to me because it was on Instagram and she kept deleting messages after she sent them to me, which I had no intention of screenshotting anything or screen recording anything. And I told her that. She didn't believe me, but I told her that. And I never will. Never will. I don't care. As long as she's not harming herself or threatening to harm others, I will never share that. But if somebody's lying on you, then yeah, I can understand that. Like if someone's dragging your, I mean, even then I don't know if I would share it, but I also understand why people do, and I can understand why you do or why you did. I don't judge people. Just because I wouldn't do something but somebody else does it doesn't mean that I would judge. I don't know how to explain it. Like I can't fault other people for doing things that maybe I wouldn't do them, but I can understand like, oh, you might do it that way. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. Maybe I'm not. After Without a Crystal Ball exposed a 14-year-old girl from a 14-year-old girl from getting pregnant, then not lost all respect. That was beyond disgusting. I'm confused, Rowdy. 14-year-old girl from getting pregnant, then not lost any respect for her. Are you talking about... I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Tarrah, did you get the video? Tarrah, did you get the video I sent with a clip of her talking about the potty training check? I got it, Nikki, but my emails are so flooded right now. Like, I see that I got it, but I haven't watched it, to be honest with you. I have like 50 plus DMs right now on Instagram. My business email is like, it's so much, but I understand why it's so much, so I can't complain. Yeah, a lot of people watch Without a Crystal Ball because of her Duggar videos. I have been super burnt out too. I have been out of the loop for a long while, but covered some recently, but I'm back to being checked out. Yeah, I mean, I understand why some people cover her. Again, like, it's just not for me. I don't care if other people do it. It's just not for me. I thought Tarrah had said she pitched in on a mic, or Tarrah had pitched in on a microwave, and there was a Tarrah that really did pitch in on it, so I figured it was the same. Today, Josh Duggar went to prison. She's covered every minute of it. Oh, I bet she has. But I know people come for her with her Duggar videos. I don't, like I said, I don't watch her content anymore. But her audience likes her Duggar videos, so it's like, I'm like, what else is she going to cover? Because anything else she covers, people attack her for it. So it's like, either way she gets attacked. Her live tonight was a mess. It was blacked out, buffering. YouTube blacked her out. Cops called. Yeah, I heard the cops were called twice, Rachel. And all the clips I got, because I don't watch Ashley's lives. You guys know that. I get sent everything from you guys because you're amazing. But everything I was sent from Ashley's live last night was so disturbing. I said this earlier. Like, I was watching an email I was sent of one of the clips with the lamp last night. And, oh, my word, my coworker was like, oh my God, who is that girl? She needs help. Like, where can we go? Because, like, my coworker's in recovery too. And my coworker was like, where can we go to help this girl? And I was like, this is like one of the girls that I have been covering that I want to try to get to realize she needs help. And she's like, oh my gosh, how does she not see? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, we know how that is though. We know how it is to feel like, oh, we're fine. Everything's fine. And especially with her having an unlimited income right now. And like, I don't know. There's just so much. Like, when I made my first Ashy Cat video, I thought I had found it all. I should have done more research on TikTok, but like, I'll tell you, after going through so many clips from the past year to now, it's an ever evolving story. There's like no way to just stop like to make a video and that be the end of it. Because it's every day people are getting scammed. Every day people's jobs are being called. Every day people are getting doxxed. Every single day there's something new. Every single day. Hi, Harmony. How are you, darling? We're kind of just chatting. I think we're talking between Without a Crystal Ball and Ashley right now. I watch the Dad Challenge podcast. He snarks family channels who constantly film their children who are not old enough to say no. Normans usually. Yeah, I used to like the Dad Challenge podcast too. I haven't watched him in a long time though, to be honest. I watched him like right before he blew up, but I haven't watched him in a long time. There's a lot of channels I don't watch anymore, to be honest. Plus, I really don't have the time. I'm like constantly working 24/7. Working, it feels like. But yeah, I used to film my children and I used to family vlog because I didn't understand that my kids couldn't consent and I didn't understand their privacy and that kind of a thing. And like, trust me, my kids want to be YouTubers because they've seen me do it for freaking 4 years almost. And they've seen me do social media for 5 because I started on Instagram. But I also try to explain to them, like, you don't understand the responsibility. You don't understand the privacy aspect of it. Like, what you put out on there is there forever. And there's weirdos out there. Sorry, I'm going back in the chat, guys. She grew in a year and a half, I believe. She blew up. Yeah, she did. It's fast. Super fast. I don't know. Did I... Rowdy, I don't know. B, the child's name was spoken out loud. That claim, true or not, can haunt the kid for the rest of their life. I don't know what child you're talking about, Rowdy. I bet if you... I don't want you to say it because... Oh, that dude that does it, he is an active addict himself. I'm like so lost with some of this stuff. Oh, I covered Danielle Cohen too. Or Con. Danielle Con. However you say her name. I did a video on her too. Because I feel like her family is really messed up. I haven't covered children since her, but yeah, I did do a video on her. So I can't say anything about Without a Crystal Ball doing a video on that. Like, I probably would not do a video on her again. Actually, did I take it down? I don't think I did, but I did take my Sophie Long videos down. I think I made one or two of them, and I took them down. Just because I didn't want in 10 years for Sophie to go online and be like, oh my God, look at all these people that made videos about this, that, and the other. The Danielle situation, the only reason why I felt comfortable talking about the Danielle situation is because they put it up on her YouTube channel, and she's a public figure. But I think I covered it pretty well. I didn't see Katie's coverage of her, so I don't know. Maybe it was because Ash thought the other girl was you. Number jump. Oh, that could have been CB. I really hope that that girl didn't get it too bad. I feel really bad if she did, because Ashley can be super harsh. I've seen another guy too, so not sure which one you're referring to. Where do you buy the acne sticker things? So I got these. They were sent to me. They're called Starface. I thought I told you, Chrissy. Did I not tell you? I'm sorry, honey. I thought I answered you earlier. They're just called Starface, and I went on their site because I was like, where'd these come from? They are sold at Target, I guess. I don't have a Target near me. It's like 4 hours from me, but they also have a website online too. So I would just Google Starface skincare, and I'm sure their site would pop up. I believe they're like a new skincare brand or something. I think their main demographic is like for teens, because like they're stickers, like pimple stickers, and they're cute little stars. But like you already know, I love to live my inner child life over here, right? So I'm living for the stars. I'm 31, that acts 13 sometimes. Oh, air fryers are the best, man. Without a Crystal Ball, interviewed the girl's ex-family friend. The child is famous. Okay, actually, I do remember that, Rowdy. It was the mom's friend, right? Yeah, that was messed up. I remember that now. See, there's so much with Katie that, like, so much has happened that you forget because it's, like, again, burnout. But yeah, I do remember that, and that was messed up. Just like when she was covering, before she was really on the radar at all with people, she, like, leaked all that audio with the Amber from Amber Portwood. I remember when that happened too. And I remember I was a subscriber fan of hers, and I remember I commented. I'm pretty sure she deleted the comment though. But I commented like, oh, you know, like, this is really inappropriate. You shouldn't be releasing this kind of stuff, da 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 da. but she kept releasing it. I'm glad you did too, Harmony. If I could ever talk without a crystal ball one-on-one, I would want to know why she thought that was a humane thing to do. I really struggle how anyone could see. Yeah, I honestly think that KJ doesn't. I don't mean this in a mean way, but I feel like her impulse control is maybe not the best. And she has been open about some of the stuff that she struggles with as far as like disorders and mental health stuff. And I believe again that it might not be the best. I feel like she also wants to be the first to get a story out, the first to do all that kind of stuff. She wants to be the best. So I feel like when you add all those combinations together, it can be toxic. Not always, but it can. Look on Black Friday for those. They'll probably be on sale at Kohl's and Walmart. Oh, that's true. That's a good idea. Rarely we have seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. I am thinking I would like this as a touch. Ooh, I like that CV a lot, actually. You're welcome, Chrissy. Tarrah, do you steal Kyle's clothes to sleep in? Nothing's better than grabbing hubby's oversized tee and getting all comfortable in it. Okay, so this is gonna, it might sound kind of mean, but no, I don't. The reason is, one, as you know, Kyle has Asperger's. Well, they don't call it Asperger's anymore. It's high functioning autism. But with Kyle, he's very particular about his clothes. He owns a very select few clothes. He will only wear one type of shorts. They have to be board shorts. He will only wear one kind of pants. They have to be pajama pants. He owns one pair of cargo pants that he only puts on for special occasions, and that's very rare. I think I've seen him twice a year. It's about the only time he puts those things on. I mean, this man wears pajama pants and board shorts, like school things, everything, chicken wing to work, like everything. And then like his clothes, his t-shirts and stuff like that, he's very particular. So I don't. And the other thing too is that I wouldn't say it's like a phobia, but he doesn't really like to, I don't know how to say it. Like, it's not a phobia. It's not that he doesn't like to. There's just something in the way that he is where he doesn't really believe in deodorant. And he has to have me use special detergent and that kind of a thing. So I personally do not wear his clothing. I have some of his shirts that I've stolen him that have shrunk over the years from washing that I've stolen. Like this one used to be his shirt. This used to be his shirt. But like he doesn't wear cologne because it'll give him an asthma attack or anything like that. So yeah. I feel like that was like a really long answer for like a really simple question. Katie did not give a crap about the girls. She only cared about getting more views. Probably, Rowdy. Without a crystal ball goes too far. A lot. I can't handle someone like her. Yeah, that's why I don't watch her content. The best way to not support somebody is to not watch their content. I'm not opposed to people covering minors and important topics if it needs to be done respectfully. I agree, Manda Pants. I feel like for me, I stopped covering children mainly because how do I put it? I found a lot of the reasons, like a lot of the topics of why children are covered on YouTube very triggering for me, especially having my own issues with human trafficking and being a minor that was a teen mom with a man that was 10 years older than me, being groomed as a minor, that kind of stuff. So I feel like my Sophie video is gone now that I did, but that video, I was a freaking emotional wreck because I related so much to the story the father was putting forward. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but so I feel like for me personally, that's why I don't feel I want to cover minors, but I have no problem with other people that do. Like, Ready to Glare covers a lot of minor stories, and I love her content. We're saying goodnight to somebody, and I forgot who. I can't see who. I just see goodnight, goodnight. Oh, goodnight, Alyssa. No problem, honey. I know I have to work a double tomorrow. I'm so not ready for freaking 7 days a week for a month of work. I'm like, how am I gonna make content? So if I have low energy in my YouTube videos, minus the Turnabout Ranch video that's coming, the deep dive. But if I have low energy for the next month and a half in my videos, y'all, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't come for me. Do not come for me. Please do not come for me. Do you or you don't have any inspirational content around your experience? Just curious, not trying to be offensive. Actually, Amanda, when I started my channel, I started it as like a makeup slash, I wanted to be like a story time recovery channel. Like if you go look way back on my channel, I did a few things where I touched on things. Like I have a script for a Draw My Life video, that kind of stuff. But a lot of my story involves like my mom and good night, Amanda, and like people that are still in my life that I've rebuilt relationships with setting healthy boundaries, of course. And my mom has dementia now. Like for instance, like we were talking about childhood trauma last night when I was over at my mom's with my brother, and my mom was like, "Where was I when this happened?" And I'm like, "Mom, you were literally right there telling us there's nothing I can do like as this happened." I'm not going to go into detail. Good night, CB. So like she's forgetting things, right? But at the same time, even though I've gotten permission from my mom and from people in my life to share certain things, I still would never want my mom or somebody in my family to get attacked for things that happened in the past when we've repaired that, for one. For two, it's very hard covering certain topics without people getting offended or people feeling sorry for you, or you have to do it in the right way, right? I feel like when I was doing it 2 years ago on my channel, I wasn't doing it the right way. I was doing it very much from like a perpetual victim kind of way where I'm in a totally different place now. So I've definitely thought about doing it. That's why I started the Talking with Tarrah channel. That was literally my intention, was to talk about recovery, my past, that kind of stuff, but trying to find the right balance to where it's not glorifying anything, because I don't want to be Tana Mojo. Like I don't want to be that. I don't want to glorify like that type of stuff. Just like I feel like a lot of the stuff is glorified now. Drug use, the sex work lifestyle. Like a lot of people glamorize sex work, and definitely sex work can be empowering, but there's a very dark side to sex work as well that people never talk about. They only show the glamorized side of it. Same with stripping. People show, look how much money I made, the club's so great, this, that, and the other, but they don't show like getting robbed when you're leaving the club because you work at a shitty club and the bouncers don't walk you out because they can give two shits about you, or about the men that bend you over in VIP dances and do what they want with you because you can't say shit, like they don't talk about that kind of stuff. So I've definitely thought about it. One, I really don't have the time. And two, I would have to figure out a way of doing it in an appropriate way, because I have no problem talking about all the stuff. I've dealt with all the trauma. It's just I would never want to make someone, I don't know. I would want to do it the right way. And it's hard to figure out what the right way is to do with it. Hope I made sense. I've definitely thought about it, but I just don't know how. And I've always had this idea of building a platform, because I don't want to be famous or anything. I want to make a difference. So I've always had this idea of building a platform to where I can have the platform, work from home, be able to help my family, because we grew up in the foster system. We didn't have much. And be able to help spread awareness, talk to schools, help my small town that doesn't have anything. That's always been my goal. Most people usually just want to get famous, but I don't want all that. Give me a nice little corner, like corner of the internet. I'll be happy. Let me create my content. Good night. But I get asked that a lot, Amanda Pants. And people always say that too, like, I'm not trying to offend you. And I'm like, it's not offensive. It's a genuine question. That's what I do. I make my wish list on Amazon. Usually don't buy anything on it because I buy other needs. I think we all have a wish list, right? Oh, thank you, Cassidy. I try to be as open as possible. I mean, when it comes to my kids and their personal life and stuff, I'm obviously don't talk about a lot of that. I mean, I'll talk about like my daughter being in foster care and stuff like that and how that happened just because she's still very close with her foster parents are her godparents because you know, they had her for almost a year and she was an infant. And she knows, she understands, she's old enough to understand all that. We talk about it. She's okay with it. You know, I'm okay with talking about certain things with Kyle's personal, like the Asperger's and stuff, because he wants to share that story too. But I'm not going to share certain things because it's their story to tell, not mine. I totally get it. I started my channel telling my story of my childhood for motivation and inspiration. That's why I asked. Yeah, and I feel like Amanda too, it's really hard to well, like I said, it's just really hard to do it the right way without people thinking that you're just doing it for attention or you want people to feel sorry for you or then people do feel sorry for you because I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. Like I'm doing okay over here. And like I'm a grown ass adult now. Like my traumas don't define me. I just want to help people with what I know and have experienced. Paisley Page or whatever makes like 2 to 4K on a Tuesday night. Her first night back at the strip club after years. Crazy good money if you're at the right club. Yeah, but at the same time, you only know what they're showing you on social media. Like anyone can show anything on social media. Literally anything. I'm just a super shitty liar, so I tried to not show too much of myself, but I'm like, plus I'm an oversharer, and I'm okay with that. Like, you can Google me and find out anything I'm going to say anyways, so it's like I might as well just talk about it. I'm glad you understand, Cassidy. Who all is on TikTok and wants to follow each other? I'm on TikTok. I caved in October and made one. Since you already have a platform, have you thought about affiliate advertising? I've thought about it, Nikki. I just always forget about affiliate links, to be honest with you. And that's why I stopped making beauty content because I talked about this the other night too. It's just like always trying to buy new products, and because I struggle with shopping addiction, it just wasn't healthy for me. And then I wasn't inspired anymore because I felt like I had to keep buying new products, and then I was like battling with shopping addiction, and then like I don't know, I wasn't passionate about it anymore. But I would be down to do affiliate marketing, but I honestly, as you guys know, prefer to support small businesses. So I would rather, in my opinion, just be like, here, like go support this small business and not make anything out of it. I mean, I'd probably do it. I don't know. It's not a thought in my head that I knew what you meant, Nikki. I've just never like thought about it. I doubt it will change for me too. I've been trying to buy nice things for my son when he moves out. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Your stories are empowering to tell. They definitely give me at least confidence and recovery in many forms. Thank you, Cassidy. I appreciate that. I get that it's a hard line to walk, and people assume when you talk about trauma, it's for sympathy. Yeah, they really do, Amanda. And even if you say, like, oh, I'm not talking about this because I want you to feel like I've had my Draw My Life script written out for almost a year now, and it's intense. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty intense. And it would be a long video, or I'd have to split it up in parts. The only reason why I haven't done it, I'm kind of scared to do it, to be honest, but the main reason why I haven't done it is because I just know that I'm going to get flooded with people being like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to you. Oh my God, how could your mom have done this? Or, oh my God, like, how did you survive that? Or, oh my God, I can't believe this. And it's like, or you get the people, which happens to me a lot because I've gone through a lot, is, oh, I can't believe that happened. There's no way all that stuff happened to you. Oh, you have such a good head on your shoulders. There's no way that happened to you. And I feel like the worst thing you can tell somebody who's gone through trauma, even if they've processed all that trauma, is that what they're saying is a lie or made up or over embellished. So I've gotten that a lot too before when I've tried to share things. They're like, oh yeah, right. There's no way that's true. Even though I have a lot of proof to back up a lot of it, it's like, why would somebody lie about trauma? But sadly, there are people that do lie about it. So it's like, you know. No, thank you for following, Bobby. I mean, everybody lies, don't get me wrong. I'm just a very expressive person. So, like, it's pretty easy to tell when I'm lying. I had somebody comment one time because when I'm tired, I don't know if it's from my fibromyalgia or what, but one of my eyes starts to do this. And I had somebody comment on one of my videos one time telling me that because my eye twitched, I was a liar. And I'm like, no, it's because I'm tired. I've always had that issue with my eye for as long as I can remember. That's why when I used to use, Kyle could always tell when I was using because my one eye, it's my left eye usually, would be like way down here. Or this eye would be like half open, but this eye would be like, and I couldn't open it. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I'll find you on there, Chrissy. There's a girl on TikTok saying you can make 4K a week or more doing affiliate marketing. She's selling a $7 course. I found one free online. Yeah, don't buy into a lot of those courses, Nikki. You'll find people with YouTube courses too, and you can find a lot of it. A lot of YouTube is trial and error. 1000% is trial and error. You can pay for all the courses, read all the books. It's trial and error. And most of the information that are in these courses, you can find for free. And it's the same thing with affiliate marketing. And I don't know if by affiliate marketing you mean MLM, like multi-level marketing, because they say affiliate marketing too. I could go on a whole other rant about that. And the bigger that I grow, even though I'm still very small, the more people I have, even though I've made myself very clear that I'm anti-MLM, the more people I have that reach out to me like, hey, have you ever thought of selling blah, 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 blah? I hate when people lie, and I'm a horrible liar. I'd forget what I said. I'd forget what I said anything. The truth is easier to remember. See, I used to be really good at lying when I was little because I was conditioned to lie. So it was like I had to like untrain my brain to lie. Like I used to lie about dumbass shit because I was so used to lying. Like I would be like, this cup is blue. There's not a mermaid on that cup, like that bad. And then when I got really bad into active addiction, because like I said, I was just trained it because we had to lie about things that were going on at home and like that. So I was really good at lying for a long time. But now it's just like I genuinely feel awful inside when I'm holding something in, and I don't want to feel that way. Plus, my face is so expressive now that I'm not wearing that hard exterior all the time that you can tell. Go to sleep, Bobby. I don't want to keep you, my love. It's 2 a.m. where I am. As long as you give good, solid disclaimers, I don't think you'll ever experience that much because I was worried about that too, but was clear about my intention and what's there and didn't get many like that. That's good to know. I definitely want to do the podcast. I think once we move and like buy our new house, it'll be a lot easier if we can figure something out with this new house market, or with the house market right now. But I have to have hand surgery too, I think. I find out on May 5th. So if I do, then maybe I'll have enough time to start working on that project. It's just so much right now trying to balance everything. Like, everything. It's just so much. So stinking much. I would love to be able to create content full time. Honestly, to be honest though, like if I were to like quit my real jobs and like create content full time, like if I had the time to 100% dedicate my time to creating content and research and all that other stuff, I would probably make just as much money as I'm making now working all that I'm working, if that makes sense. But I feel bad doing that. Like, I feel bad, and there comes me feeling bad for people again, feeling bad for businesses. I feel bad just being like, deuces, I'm gonna do it this way. Restaurant industry where everyone's short-staffed, so my husband is zoinked out on my left, and baby MJ is zoinked out on my right. I love that, Nikki. No, Stephanie, we're just kind of chit-chatting. I'm just kind of venting. That was like the whole point of this live, is I just needed like people to talk to. I miss having my son so little. Oh, grandbabies. I can't even imagine having grandbabies, but I know it's gonna happen like in a blink of an eye for me. She swears it's not an MLM because people kept asking what, and they kept saying, what does Egypt have? Pyramids. Oh, I love that, Nikki. I love that. Oh, I love it's a new grandbaby. Congrats, grandbabies. Good night, Bobby. Have a good night. Thanks for being here, my love. Yeah, I should probably get off here soon too. I still need to finish editing. So, I'll probably end up finish editing my Turnabout Ranch deep dive, Dr. Phil deep dive tonight. What was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. Should I upload my Turnabout Ranch video tomorrow, or should I wait till Monday, you guys? What do you think? Because usually videos don't do really well on weekends because people are usually out, but I feel like there's never any good content on YouTube on the weekends, especially on Sundays. It's like, does no one ever put content on like Sundays? So yeah, it is the one on Turnabout Ranch. Who am I? I don't know. Who am I? Hail the king. Who are you? You ever see Alice in Wonderland? We all know I love Alice in Wonderland. Sam I am. Who are you? Sam I am. Yeah, and like I said before, like it's like a deep dive, but it's like a deep dive of like explaining how we got to where we're at with like people exposing Turnabout Ranch and kind of connecting the dots between Dr. Phil, talking a little bit about Dr. Phil's shady past because there's a lot there. I wanted to include everything, but the video would have been forever, and I think it's going to be about almost an hour long as it is with all the clips and everything. Like, it's a lot. So it's kind of like a timeline of everything being exposed, like all that jazz. And there's a lot of kids that have come forward on TikTok, Reddit, not just Danielle Bergoli or Bad Baby. So their stories, there's a lot. But if you guys like the general video and would like a more of a deep dive on Dr. Phil, the way he conducts his show, his shady past, because there's a lot of shadiness there, and about Turnabout Ranch and the other ranches, because I want to talk about Bravo too, I think, then you guys can definitely let me know. Oh, good night, Manda. Thanks for coming in the live. I'm going to watch your live probably tomorrow when I get out of work. Or maybe in the morning before work, I might watch it. Depends on what time I get up in the morning. My boyfriend doesn't work tomorrow, so he'll probably wake up with the kids because I'm probably going to be up till like 5 a.m. and go to work at 10 a.m. Aw, thanks, Cassidy. I know I've been trying. I filmed the video like 2 weeks ago. It has to have been at least a week and a half ago, if not 2 weeks ago. But just with everything going on, like in my personal life, and then like everything just going on with Ashley and everything, I just have not edited. And then I meant to edit on my 3 days off that I took before I'm going to be working 7 days a week for the next month and a half. But I ended up spending those 3 days with my kids, and I was feeling guilty about it, but in reality, like, I don't normally get to spend that time with them, but they were on vacation this week from school, so I was like, it was worth it. No, I didn't crimp my hair for the video. Maybe for the next one. I didn't even have makeup on because I had like a very short period of time to film for that video. So I didn't do any makeup. I just filmed it because I was like, if I don't film it now, I'm not going to have time and I'm just going to keep prolonging it. So I filmed it real quick. So the ranch, it's called Turnabout Ranch, and it's a ranch that Dr. Phil, I'm sure you know who Dr. Phil is, Nikki, but he sends all the troubled kids to this ranch. It's supposed to be like a therapeutic ranch or something. And there's a lot of shady stuff that's happened there. I did deserve it. 1000% Cassidy. And we did a lot of fun stuff, so it was really nice actually. To be honest, I don't even know how it's getting paid. I never see it come out of my account. I wouldn't ask for any money. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, you're talking about Disney Plus, I think? Or Netflix. Yeah, he sent Danielle there. And then he sent another girl there named Hannah. And Hannah actually went through some stuff there. But you'll see in the video, it's a lot. And like I said, Dr. Phil claims he doesn't know like this stuff had. Yeah, I love Disney Plus too. I don't watch TV, but I should say my kids love Disney Plus. But Dr. Phil claims he doesn't know all this stuff happens there. But then when you look at his shady past, like he's got SA allegations and it's just really shady. Like a lot of it is just really, really shady. And then Dr. Phil did an interview after Danielle spoke out about all this stuff at Turnabout Ranch. Dr. Phil did an interview where he was hella shady towards her. And there's like I said, there's a lot. You guys will see. So do you guys think I should upload it Sunday or Monday? Because I might not have time to do it tomorrow. I'm going to try to. I definitely can go to my mom's after work tomorrow because it's my stepdad's birthday. So I have to go there anyways after work. So I'll probably go there tomorrow night at 9. So I probably won't go live tomorrow night. But I can either upload it Sunday morning, bright and early. So all my Aussie people and everything will have it at night. But anyways, so it'll either be Sunday morning or Monday morning. You guys can ask me. I mean, you guys can tell me, not ask me. Oh my God. I feel bad for Bad Baby Girl and how much weird backlash she got as a child. Yeah, that's a whole other freaking. Hold on, I gotta screenshot something. That is a whole other bag of worms, is the stuff with her and like what happened to her. And yeah, I've heard Dr. Phil isn't even a real. He isn't. Like I said, there's so much, Nikki. It's so bad. He's basically a TV personality. That's it. I wanted to ask a question about YouTube. Does the creator still get paid for a live if they delete it when it ends? I believe so. I doubt that she's deleting them. If she's privating them, so there's deleting, like where it's gone for good, can't re-upload it, like nothing. There's deleting, well, unless you have a copy of it, right? So there's deleting, there's unlisting, there's privating, and then there's public. So just because you don't see it doesn't mean that she doesn't still have it on the back end. So she could have it unlisted, which is what her YouTube membership lives are under. So if that person has a link, they can watch it. Then there's private, so nobody can watch it but her. And then there's public, where anyone can watch it. And then there's delete, where it's gone. Now, YouTube has said before, I think I've discussed this before, but YouTube has said before that they do keep like a back end file if you delete something that's already been uploaded to YouTube. For, I think it was, they've said 60 days, they've said 90 days, they've said a year. Just depends on who you talk to and what YouTube person said what to who. But yeah, if she privated the video or unlisted it, I think yes, she does still make the money, as long as it's not deleted. But again, just because you don't see it and can't view it doesn't mean that it is deleted, if that makes sense. Sunday, I feel like I was saying earlier, there's nothing good on YouTube on Sundays, so maybe I will do Sunday. I trust you guys on here. I've had friends give their account info out to friends and they were in and messed with the account. I don't get those vibes from you guys though. Just be careful, Nikki. I'm not saying that anybody would do that, Nikki. Just be really careful, okay? They just wouldn't get funds for additional views. Yeah, exactly, Nikki. They would get the funds for the views that were on there. They just wouldn't get funds for additional views. That's why, like, with my Ashy Cat videos, they were demonetized, like I was saying, for the core viewers. So you don't get paid for that. But once people started, or once it got monetized, anyone that watched the content when it was monetized, you get paid for that. Then when it gets demonetized again, you don't get paid for that. So she could unlist the video, then list it again, have people watch with ads on it, then unlist it again, and, you know, still get paid for that. Phil definitely did some strange damage control, looking even more strange in the process. Absolutely, Cassidy, I agree. That's sad and pathetic. People do that to others, especially when they're just trying to be. Yeah, some people are really cruel, Chrissy. I have 2 videos that I kept privated because it's my kids and I don't need Ashley's people reposting my vids that were barely seen otherwise. I have 8 subscribers and no idea why. Sometimes subscribers, or sometimes some people just subscribe to channels or subscribe to accounts. All right, guys, I'm probably gonna. Yeah, if you change your password, it should kick them off. I would think anyways. I don't know. I pay for all this stuff like YouTube Premium, Netflix, Disney Plus, and I don't use any of them, so I don't know how it works. I just pay for them. My boyfriend and my kids are the ones that have it all set up. I just put my little email address in there and then they do their thing. All right, guys, I'm probably going to get off of here because it's 2:30 my time in the morning. And I just finished my cup of iced coffee. And I'm going to try to finish editing this video for you guys. Fingers crossed I get it edited all the way. And I will try to upload it tomorrow night. Pooposaurus. What's up, Murder Cloak? I will try to get it up. We'll do Sunday. We'll shoot for Sunday. If it's not up by Sunday, then it'll definitely be up Monday. I probably won't go live tomorrow night, but I probably will go live Sunday night. So I really hope you guys have a really good night. I hope you guys sleep good. Thank you, Nikki. You have a good day with those kiddos tomorrow. I hope if you guys have to work tomorrow, have a good day at work. If you guys have the weekend off, enjoy your weekend off. It's going to be good. You're going to have a good weekend. It's going to be nice, relaxing, self-care. You know the thing, chicken wing. But all right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again to my beautiful moderators, Nikki, Curry. Your mom goes to college. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Oh, Alyssa. I'm like, I know I'm missing someone. There's 4. And then I also want to say thank you to my super chats. I know it was Deity. I remember Chaotic or Erotic was the name, but it was somebody that I know. I can't remember now. And then, oh, I feel bad. I forgot the other person. I know there was 3, right? I'm pretty sure there was 3 people. So thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate you so much. It means a lot to me. And thank you guys, as always, for being respectful, being kind. Jess, thank you. And just being who you are, because I appreciate it so much. Thank you for letting me vent as well when I needed to vent. But yeah, have a good night. If you are somebody who is watching the replay of the live and you're wondering, where's the chat? Where's the live chat at? It will be there. It's the last thing that processes. I'm sorry. I have to say this every video because I get asked every single time or every live. So it will be there, I promise. I have really slow internet, like dial-up slow. So it's the last thing to process. I'm very sorry. Have a good night, Nikki. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend with the kiddos. All right, guys. Have a good night, Cassidy. Have a good night, Chrissy, Harmony, Stephanie. Yeah. So with that being said, good night. And I hope you guys like my Turnabout Ranch video. I will see you on Instagram, TikTok, and until the next time. Bye.